to your first home. Starting your own business or celebrating your retirement, we're here for all of life's important moments. At Simmons Bank, our modern banking solutions make managing your finances effortless and efficient, so you can focus on what matters most. Simmons Bank, proud supporter of the moments that matter. SimmonsBank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all accounts subject to approval.
What does care look like through the years? From the first memories to the treasured moments, from life's accomplishments to life's challenges. We're here for you, body and mind. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of families for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind with the kind of coverage that ensures your best days are ahead. Take good care, Arkansas.
College dreams come true at the University of Central Arkansas, especially now with the UCA commitment. This new program provides a debt-free pathway for tuition and fees for Arkansas students whose families earn $100,000 or less a year. And that impacts everything. It's fewer barriers and endless opportunities. Welcome to Bear Country. Learn more about the UCA commitment at uca.edu.
Welcome back to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. As we just looked at Rex's Road to the Rock rankings with the top 5 for this week. Obviously, it is subject to change for the weeks to come, but I want to talk about some big games to look at this week. I'm personally looking at Springdale High School versus Harbor High School. That is a Springdale matchup other than Shiloh Christian being in Springdale area. I'm looking at the Springdale and Harbor High School game. This is going to be a huge rivalry between the school district of Springdale. They split up back in 2005 and created 2 schools. So I grew up in Springdale, going to Springdale High School games and Harbor High School games. Watching this game is going to be really fun. What about you, Kendall?
Yeah, and I'm looking at this Malvern and Ashdown game. 2 teams filled with really, really great athletes. It'll be a fun one to watch. A lot of young athletes flying around on a football field.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to our Stevens Inc. big game of the week. And we have Bryant hosting Pulaski Academy. Kendall, let's talk about that game.
Man, that is going to be an awesome game to watch. PA has moved up in conference, and they're making their mark in Class 7A. You know, PA was a 5A school, moved up to 6A. Then they moved up to 7A along with Little Rock Christian. Bryant is coming off a huge win at Little Rock Christian last Friday. We'll see how these 2 teams can meet up together and compete. It'll be a fun one to watch, high-potent offense versus numbers with Bryant and a really, really nice quarterback and good defense.
Well, thank you for listening to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show, and tune in next week for Rex's Road to the Rock rankings. That'll wrap up this week's edition of the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. We hope you enjoyed our program, and be sure to tune in at 10 o'clock for the Simmons Bank Friday Night Scoreboard Show on this station. From 10 to midnight, Rex Nelson and Richard Atkinson will give you the latest scores and updates from around the state, as well as the newest Rex's Road to the Rock rankings, brought to you by the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Arkansas State University, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Arkansas Brighter Futures 529, Arkansas Delta Byways, Lyon College, Baptist Health, Stevens Inc., Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, Saracen Casino, UAMS, Arkansas Capital, Visit Hot Springs, Simmons Bank, Arkansas State Chamber of Commerce, Lexicon, Henderson State University, Arkansas Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the University of Central Arkansas. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show is a production of the Washita Sports Digital Network at Washita Baptist University. The producer is OSDN Senior Jalen Davis. For my co-host and OSDN Senior Kendall Givens, I'm Cooper Darr, a sophomore at Washita. Enjoy a great night of high school football, and we invite you to join us again next week for the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for Nettleton High School football on 101.3 Bob FM. Let's go! Presented by NEA Baptist, the United States Navy, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Kavanaugh Auto Group, and First National Bank. Now let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Craig Miller for the First National Bank pregame show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting broadcast of Raider football. Tonight, the Raiders are playing host to the Paragould Rams, and they're looking to win their 4th straight game. My name is Craig Miller, and I'll be bringing all the action to you from high above beautiful Raider Field in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. It is a beautiful night for high school football. It is clear, 75 degrees, looking for a low of 52. It'll probably be somewhere around 60 by the time this game is over with. To me, that is good high school weather, just right for some tackle football. The Raiders are coming into tonight's contest with a 4-1 record. They defeated Truman 27-20 in their first game of the season. Then they lost a heartbreaker at BB 21-17. The Raiders have not lost since. They've reeled off wins over Blytheville 26-20, Batesville 27-12, and then last week they routed the Brooklyn Bearcats on homecoming 42-20. They are 4-1 overall. They are undefeated, 2-0 in conference. As for the Rams, they're coming into tonight's game with a 3-2 record. Now, optimism was high after their first 3 games because they were a perfect 3-0 in their non-conference contest. They beat Manila 28-7, Kennett 36-0, and then they beat Hoxie 19-6. And people were feeling awfully good in Paragould. But once conference play started, they have not fared nearly as well. They were defeated by Valley View 49-0. That was the Hurricane game. And last week, they were beaten by Batesville 35-0. Paragould's a tough place to win, but second-year head coach Randy Phillips definitely has the team moving in the right direction. Their 3 wins this season is tied for the most wins in a season for them since 2017. They run a tricky single-wing offense that is really tough on run defenses and very tough on play-by-play announcers. And last season, they led the Raiders late in the 4th quarter at their place. Raider quarterback Maddox Simpson orchestrated a last-minute drive and threw a touchdown pass to Q Thompson with 16 seconds left to steal the win over the Rams. So Raider Nation, do not expect a cakewalk tonight. These Rams will play the Raiders tough. They always do. And we're going to be bringing you all the action right here on NTV. We're about to take a 4-minute break. When we come back, we'll hear from Nettleton's coach Stephen Hampton. He'll talk about last week's win over Brooklyn and tonight's big game against Paragould. It's the Raiders. It's the Rams. It's Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Urgent Care Plus, now open at 3001 Apache Drive in Jonesboro. Open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day for your convenience. Urgent Care Plus provides everything you need in a standard urgent care, plus a little more. Illness and injuries like deep lacerations, minor fractures, strains, sprains, and new onset low back pain is easily handled by our staff of ER-trained providers. No appointment necessary. NEA Baptist Urgent Care Plus is an urgent care with a little more.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle? Get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people, this is home. Apply online at fnbank.net/mortgage. From our family to yours, welcome home. First National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. Now with 2 locations, including JOSM on Main and JOSM on Matthews inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center. And now JOSM is offering a limited number of same-day appointments. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself, shaped into a force that others can't imagine? We are part of something bigger, a force that never quits. You can transform your life. Check us out at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Go outside and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the wall. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
Need top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790-2301 or drop by today. Your trusted Kubota dealer, First Choice Farm and Lawn.
If you work in Mississippi County, you could get up to $50,000 towards a new home thanks to the Work Here, Live Here program. Call Real Estate Nate of Halsey Thrasher Harpole Real Estate Group, 870-261-3927. And Dana Austin of Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation can help you finance. Call 870-762-0930. Fairway NMLS number 2289. Dana Austin NMLS number 144846. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Subject to underwriting approval, other terms and conditions may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
We welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. We're here with Coach Stephen Hampton for our weekly pregame visit. Coach Hampton, we're halfway through the season. 5 games in, your team is 4-1. If I would have told you at the beginning of the season that you'd be 4-1 at this point, would you have taken it?
Yeah, I think I probably would have. Just knowing we had a lot of young guys coming into the season, there was a lot of unknowns in a lot of different positions. So yeah, I probably would have. Now that we're into it, looking back, you don't ever really want to look back, but looking, you take a hindsight look. We're really a couple of plays from being 5-0, honestly, and so I think this team has shown a lot of growth and has gotten better week to week, and hopefully we can continue that trend.
Let's talk about the big homecoming win over Brooklyn. Coach, I felt like your team played their best game of the season Friday night. Would you agree?
I would agree that we played definitely our best half of the season. I thought we have, a little bit of a lull there in the third quarter. And then we're able to kind of regain things that are in the fourth quarter. But it was definitely, one of our best performances and the best half of football that we've played by far.
Your offense scored a season-high 42 points Friday night, and your quarterback, Maddox Hampton, made school history, setting the all-time touchdown pass record at Nettleton. All right, Coach, I want you to take your coach's hat off for just a minute and put on your dad hat. When you think about all the great quarterbacks who've played at this school, from Gene Bradley, Brian Carter, Andy Shatley, Jalen Small, DeAndre Henry, Cade Carter, Cameron Scarlett. I mean, we've had some great quarterbacks here. How does it make you feel as a father to know that Maddox is in the record book for most passing yards and most touchdown passes?
Extremely proud. He's worked hard. He really does. He's a hard worker. And just to see the growth that he's made, stepping in, part of that is because he played as a sophomore, and going into that season, we didn't really know what to expect. We were coming off a benefit scrimmage where, quite honestly, we threw for 10 yards, and it was not real polished looking, and so going into that first game against Mountain Home, we really weren't sure how things were going to go, and I think after that first game, it put everybody's mind at ease on the offensive side, especially. Threw for over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns in his first game. So that put him on track, and I'm just pleased with the growth, the leader that he's become, the maturity that he's shown. I'm just proud of him as a dad and as a coach.
Well, you've got every right to be proud, Coach, and we're all proud of Maddox and him etching his name in the history books here at Nettleton. Friday night, I thought y'all were very balanced offensively. You actually had more yards on the ground than through the air, but it seemed like it was a night where the pass set up the run, and it was great to see the X-Man, Xavier Harrell, reach the end zone 3 more times.
Oh, yeah. We know, Xavier, gosh, he's such a great running back. And we wanted to come out and kind of establish the pass. We felt like, obviously, their focus was going to be on stopping the run, and we want to come out and throw the ball a little bit early, open some things up. There were some throws there. We weren't quite as efficient as we wanted to be, but we were pretty effective. We hit Fred Atkins on a wheel route. We hit Jordan Simmons on a post route. Some big plays, but then we also had some third down, some conversions where we dumped it down to Cam Austin on one. The first third down of the game was a big catch by Jordan Simmons. So, we did some things, and I think that helped open up the run game. It wasn't Xavier's highest total as far as carries, but he was very efficient, and it seemed like every time he touched the ball, they seemed to be big plays.
You mentioned a couple of names of guys that I think deserve a special shout-out. That's Jordan Simmons, who caught another touchdown pass. What a season that young man's having. And how about my man Fred Atkins hauling in a big touchdown to get the scoring started? Yeah,
Fred's he's had a great year. He's been Mr. Consistent, done everything we've asked, on the offensive side, and he continues to get better and better. And I think the ball's going to find him more and more. The other night ran a great route, and Maddox was able to step up in the pocket and hit him down the sideline. So just pleased with the growth that he's made, and all of our receivers. Darian Blackburn, Cam Bobo, which he's had big moments this year, and Kylan Hendricks. I think you'll see all of those guys continue to contribute throughout the remainder of the season.
Coach, you told me in your pregame interview last week that a key to victory would be stopping the run. I thought your defense did just that, especially in the first half when they pitched a shutout against the Bearcats.
Yeah, I was extremely pleased with the effort, the intensity we played with. I thought we were locked in. Scheme-wise, I thought that's about as well as we played all year. Like I said, take away a little lull in the third quarter, which sometimes, you come out, you've got a lead. And quite honestly, they came out in the third quarter and with a little bit more fire than what we started with. But we were able to regain that and kind of take things under control, there in the fourth. And, our offense, every time they scored, our offense was able to counter and keep that 21-point cushion. So that was good. But, I was pleased with how our defense played.
Isaac Black had a huge night from the safety position, another huge night, 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. That young man is turning in a sensational senior season.
He is. He's another one that's played a lot of football. He's experienced, and you can tell he feels comfortable in what we're asking him to do. He's one of our leaders. He's a captain. He works hard every day. And it's not by accident that he's making those plays. He's working, he's studying, he's putting himself in a position, and then when the opportunity comes, he's making the plays.
Special teams came up big for you Friday. Xavier Johnson blocked the punt in the second quarter, and Cohen Liggins fell on it. Were you like me, Coach? Were you rooting for Cohen to get a scoop and score on that play?
Yeah, that would have been awesome. We've had the block. We designed it, came off. Xavier executed it extremely well, and then Cohen, we'd have loved to seen him be able to scoop that thing up and get in the end zone and give us another defensive touchdown. But, he went the safe route and fell on it. But great play by both those guys. But maybe we'll get one here in the next few weeks.
All right, Coach, turning the page to the game tonight, we host the Paragould Rams. Now, last season, we needed a last-second touchdown to escape with a come-from-behind win at Paragould. So I know they're a team that has your respect. What can we expect from the Rams tonight?
Strong run game. You can expect, I feel like their formula is to try to keep the ball away from us, grind out, the clock, and so our goal, our mission is we got to stop the run. We got to get off the field on third down. we got to get some negative plays to put them behind the chains, because if they stay on schedule 3 yards a pop, they're going to just keep grinding and keep the ball away. So if we can get them off the field, get our offense enough touches, we feel like our offense can go out and generate, quite a few points. So if given enough opportunities.
Health report. How's your team doing health-wise, Coach?
I think we've got your usual bumps and bruises, but nothing significant. So I think we're in pretty good shape for this Friday night. Nobody will be, missing for any reason. So, hopefully we can go out and play well.
Keys to victory, Coach. What are we going to have to do to move to 5-1 tonight?
So defensively, it's pretty simple. Stop the run and get off the field on third down. Offensively, we're going to continue to try to you grow in our passing game, continue to try to develop in that area, and then make plays in the run game. I think if we can there's going to be plays to be made on the perimeter. Our receivers, are going to have an opportunity, and then, once keep running that football, keep Xavier Harrell and Cam Austin going, and that's been a pretty good formula so far. So we're going to stick with it.
Let's keep that formula going. Let's make it happen, Coach. Let's go get a win for Raider Nation.
Let's do it. Go Raiders.
Raider pride, brother.
Picture this. You're on the field, struggling to keep up as your opponents sprint past you. Or maybe you're on the volleyball court and your reaction time just isn't there. Don't let that be you. At Take One Performance, we specialize in sports performance training for ages 8 and up. Whether you're struggling with speed, agility, or strength, our expert coaches will help you build the mental and physical conditioning you need to dominate. Get explosive, get strong, and get prepared. Visit TakeOnePerformance.com or follow us on Facebook.
Design the golf cart of your dreams with SS Custom Carts in Jonesboro. Hey, y'all, it's Brandon Baxter for SS Custom Carts. And whether you want a golf cart for the greens or a family cart to cruise the neighborhood, SS Custom Carts has your dream cart covered. SS Custom Carts in Jonesboro is your one-stop shop for new golf carts, gently used golf carts, fully customized carts, parts, accessories, and service. Check out SS Custom Carts, 2321 East Matthews in Jonesboro at sscustomcarts.com.
Childhood diabetes, obesity, and thyroid conditions have something in common. The nationally ranked pediatric diabetes and endocrinology team at Arkansas Children's excels at treating them all. In children's developing bodies, hormones affect everything from growth spurts to blood sugar. These physical conditions can impact mental health and self-esteem, which is why the care provided by Arkansas Children's treats the whole child. Learn more at archildrens.org/NEA.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any two for only $6.99 each for carryout or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glenn St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn St. and God bless our troops.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're not just a bank, we're a part of your community. That's why we're dedicated to being the neighbors who are in your corner right here in Arkansas. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for your future, or managing your everyday finances, Farmers and Merchants Bank has the friendly local knowledge and personalized services to help you reach your goals. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, supporting the community we all call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have you ever heard the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Well, when it comes to your internet service, 1 wrong is already too many. Wrong price, wrong speeds, wrong company. Come on, you deserve better. With Empower Broadband, you get local, affordable, and fast internet that never lets you down. Yay! Visit us at empowerbroadband.com or call 870-336-0999 to right the wrongs by choosing your favorite local internet company. Empower, delivered by Craig Head Electric.
Nettleton High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show. We are 9 minutes and 45 seconds away from kickoff. Tonight it's the Raiders versus the Paragould Rams. At this point in the pregame show, I always like to go over the Raiders' history against their opponents. But we're about to do the moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. So I tell you what, let's take a 4-minute break, Gavin. We'll be back in 4 minutes with the rest of the pregame show. Back in 4, Raider Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Evolve Bank & Trust offers a variety of residential and consumer loans, specializing in unique products and services while providing individualized customer service designed to fit your needs. Whether you're buying your first home, a new car, or building your dream home, Evolve Bank & Trust has the personal loan products you need to realize your dreams today. Call Evolve Bank & Trust at 870-933-2480. Stop in to see them at 111 East Huntington Suite A or visit them online at getevolve.com. Evolve Bank & Trust, making banking personal again. Evolve Bank & Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people, this is home. Apply online at fnbank.net/mortgage. From our family to yours, welcome home. First National Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm estate planning and other law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising healthcare and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com.
No matter what the season, it's always a great time to go to Wings to Go. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anything, the wings, the salads, the hamburgers, everything they have at Wings to Go is always flavorful and it's always ready. All that has to happen is you come down and enjoy them. Happy winging from Wings to Go.
See Placid Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Placid Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Placid Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Placid Tire Service.
Central Ford in Truman has your vehicle and your back. Call Central Ford today to schedule your service appointment. Central Ford Service Department is even open on Saturdays. Whether you need an oil change, tire rotation, wheel alignment, brake service, battery inspection, or full engine repair, you can count on the service team at Central Ford in Truman. Next time your vehicle needs maintenance, remember Central Ford. Professional, convenient, reliable. Central Ford, exit 29 off I-555 in Truman and online at centralfordtruman.com.
Urgent Care Plus, now open at 3001 Apache Drive in Jonesboro. Open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day for your convenience. Urgent Care Plus provides everything you need in a standard urgent care plus a little more. Illness and injuries like deep lacerations, minor fractures, strains, sprains, and new onset low back pain is easily handled by our staff of ER-trained providers. No appointment necessary. NEA Baptist Urgent Care Plus is an urgent care with a little more.
Hey y'all, it's Brandon Baxter, and I want to let you know about my friends at Cleanway Restoration and Construction. You see, disasters don't happen when it's convenient, whether it's a fire, a flood, or a tornado. When it damages your home, it upsets everything about your life. Cleanway comes in and does the cleanup, and they can lay your floors, replace your cabinets, and fix or replace walls. So remember, when an inconvenient disaster comes your way, think Cleanway Restoration and Construction. Let Cleanway restore your home and restore your life. Find out more at cleanwayrestoration.com.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show tonight. It's the Nettleton Raiders versus the Paragould Rams. I am joined in the broadcast booth by, I don't throw this word around loosely, the legendary Coach Pat Massey, my color commentator for tonight. Coach Massey, thank you for being with me in the booth tonight, my friend.
Hey, thank you so much for the invitation, and feels like home. We, a few years ago, got to spend a lot of time together. And thank you for that. Excited to be here.
You betcha. You impacted a lot of lives, including the lives of my son, the life of my son, and I will always, Coach Pat Massey will always, his name will be spoken of very reverently in the Miller household. I promise you that. Should have a pretty good ball game tonight, the Raiders and the Rams. Now, Coach, I always like to go over the history of the opponents and how they fared against the Raiders through the years, and there is a long history between these two teams. In fact, in the history of Nettleton High School, we have played Paragould more often than any other team.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, we played them a bunch. It goes all the way back to 1979, back when the Paragould Rams were called the Paragould Bulldogs. I know you remember those days. You probably played against them as a Jonesboro Hurricane.
Used to a lot of basketball in those days.
Yes, sir. Well, the Raiders won that game 22-0. They've played every year since then except for 2 years. In 81 and 82, for some reason, they didn't play during those 2 seasons. But outside of that, they've played Paragould every year. And the Raiders have dominated the series. The Raiders are 31-14-1 against Paragould, who are now known as the Rams. The coin toss is happening out there on the field, and so if you will keep an eye on that for me, Coach, and fill me in, I'll tell you a little bit more about this history. The Raiders have won 13 straight against Paragould, and the only one of those games that have been close is the one last season. And let me tell you something, it was a close one. The Raiders had to score a last-minute touchdown to get the win over Paragould, and we escaped from Paragould last year with a very narrow victory. The Raiders are going to try to run their winning streak to 14 over our neighbors from the north tonight here at Raider Field. Coach, before we take our final break, our final 1-minute break, tell us what happened on the coin toss.
Well, I got a feeling that Nettleton probably won the thing. They did not indicate, but Paragould is going to take the football on the first possession. So
Paragould will have the ball, and we will have the action for you whenever we come back. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll have the kickoff for you. It's the Raiders and the Rams. It's high school football on MTV and the EAB Sports Network. Back in 60.
A-State football and the Social Jonesboro are the perfect winning combination for game day. The Social has an amazing, delicious, fantastic, and tasty menu that goes perfect for pre or post game. Plus, the official Red Wolves away game watch party takes place at the Social. What we're saying is, it does not get any better than the Social on Red Wolves game day. The name says it all. Get social at the Social and get ready to howl with fellow A-State Red Wolves fans on every game day. The Social at Greensboro Village in Jonesboro.
Nettleton High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show. Not much left of it. We're about a minute away from kickoff. The Raiders have taken the field, and boy, they are looking sharp tonight, running out behind Old Glory. And the Raiders are wearing their classic black and gold home uniforms. Black tops, gold breeches, looking sharp, Coach Massey. I like that color combo, black and gold.
I like that they went to those gold helmets.
Yeah.
You know, when I was here, everything was black.
Black helmets with the spear, maybe?
Yeah, we had the spear, had the end when I first got here. But I noticed that Pregame had on blue jerseys in warm-up. And I thought, what is going on? Is this gamesmanship or whatever? But when they came back on the field here, they're all white, the away team's normal colors. But I wanted to share with you just a minute. I get to work with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes some, and Randy Phillips, the head coach up there, and his staff have opened up to us and been very supportive. And Pregame started out 3-0. Beat
sure did.
Manila, Hoxie, and Kennett. And then they run into buzzsaws with Batesville and Valley View the last 2 weeks and hadn't put a point on the board. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can generate some offense tonight.
Mikey Peckrell, number 15, and number 3, Jackson Q, back deep for Paragould. And kicking off is Mason Wan. He's got the ball all teed up, and we are ready to rock and roll. The kick is up. He kicks it deep. It's fielded at about actually it goes out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, and so they will throw the flag, call the procedure penalty, and Paragould will take up shot 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Ball was headed for the end zone, and I thought he might actually pick it up, but it went out of bounds at about the 3. They get it on the 35.
Kind of died out there by the time it got to the 10, and had a little bit of hook to it, and the receiver waited on it, and it ended up rolling out of bounds.
So Paragould, they have a single wing offense. Coach, you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, sir. That's back in my ear right there.
Well, they're all bunched up. They're near the line of scrimmage and real tight. And I'll do my best to tell you what they're doing. Quarterback keeper running right up the middle. He's got positive yardage across midfield, and he is tackled by Isaac Black, but not before he has a first down. And hopefully that's the last one of those that we see tonight, Coach.
Exactly. We lined up in an old 62 front. I actually played a third linebacker up there, so we had a 9-man front up there. But the single wing's a lot like the old wing T with your blocking rules, so they can make adjustments, and they've seen it all.
That's Avery Deering, the quarterback, and he has got a loaded up backfield. And there's a little movement on the right side. I believe we might have jumped. It's going to be offsides against us on that far right side, and that's going to make the 1st and 10 a 1st and 5.
It's good when you can vary snap counts. It'll be interesting to see if Paragould uses that as part of their game plan the entire time.
So 1st down and 5 for the Rams. Deering, the quarterback, gives it to number 1, and number 1 is stopped just shy of the line of scrimmage. Jamarcus Johnson grabbed him and threw him back. Also in on the stop, number 50, Keyshawn Washington, but Jamarcus snuffed that one right out. Short loss on the play at 2nd and 6.
Did a great job. We had a couple of guys come underneath the kick blocks and made the play.
2nd down and 6 for the Rams, inside Raider territory. The ball is at the Raider 42-yard line. The quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he is brought down after a short gain as Keyshawn Washington and Cohen Liggins on the stop. Short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Paragould.
Be interesting to see. A lot of times when you run in this tight formation like this, you can get people open with some play action fakes. So we'll see what they do. It's not really attuned to any drop back passing.
Well, this is just old school smash mouth football right here, Coach.
I'm loving this. Oh, we're spreading out, so we must be throwing it.
Yeah, we got a couple of receivers spread out wide to the right, 3rd and 4 on the Raider 40. Let's see if they run it. Quarterback keeper, it appears to be, looking for some room. He's got the 1st down. Number 10, the quarterback, he is brought down by Damon Coleman at the Raider 25-yard line. Number 10, that's Cole Chipman.
I believe his father is David Chipman, the athletic director at Paragould. I think he's a junior. But what they did is they moved some people out of the box by putting a slot out there.
Yep.
and gave them a little bit of an angle and a hole to run through.
It was effective. 1st and 10 for the Rams on the Raider 25, and Nettleton is going to take a timeout and see if – or actually, Paragoul's taking a timeout. We'll take that timeout with them with 9:54 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless at Raider Field. Back in 30 seconds, Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Hello, this is Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. If your system is over 10 years old and you've been paying for costly repairs, it may be time to replace. At Moore, we know replacing your HVAC system is a big investment and we can help. Did you know that we can replace your air conditioning system for less than the cost of your daily cup of coffee? Call Moore Air Conditioning today at 870-336-2023 or visit us at mooreac.com. Some restrictions apply.
You deserve more, don't settle for less.
We'll welcome you back to Raider Field. Craig Miller and Pat Massey here in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist, healthcare for the next century. We're scoreless at Raider Field with 9:54 to play in the first quarter. Paragould with the ball. They have it 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line after a big run by Cole Chipman. Fresh set of downs, and they've got receivers spread out wide to the left and to the right. A little spread formation. Quarterback is going to keep it. Number 15, direct snap to him. He's brought down by Damon Coleman after a gain of a couple. Number 15 is Mikey Peckrell. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Rams. We are joined in the press box, coach, by Winsley Henry, one of the great Raider quarterbacks from days gone by. You probably coached Winsley back in the day.
Well, they wouldn't let me coach him. They put me on the defensive side of the ball.
The proud brother of DeAndre Henry. A couple of great brothers and a couple of great Raider quarterbacks. They give to number 1, and he's got a 1st down. He's still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. He is brought down at about the 2-yard line by Nettleton's number 25, Marshawn Smith, Javion Hill. And no, it was Marshawn Smith. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams, Coach.
Ball's on the 2. That was a true wing tee 3-way where they fake 3 ways and the court linebackers' heads are spinning.
Play-by-play guy's head was spinning too. Direct snap to the quarterback, running right side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Paragould strikes first.
Well, we've sat in that 6-2 the entire time, and now it's just power football, and we're going to have to change some things up, maybe angle some fronts. They're spreading us out just a little bit to take 1 or 2 out of the box, but other than that, it's just some power football, and sometimes it's working for them and sometimes it's not. We've had 3 or 4 plays with just a yard or so, and we jumped off here. Be interesting to see now. They may try to go for 2. They're going to be half the distance.
I believe
to
they
the
are.
goal.
Yep, offsides against the Raiders, so that'll mark the ball half the distance to the goal. Instead of being on the 3-yard line, it'll be on the 1.5-yard line if there was such a thing. So Paragould will send their offense back out. They feel like they can get 1.5 yards, and they're going to try to make it a 8-0 game.
Well, that's the first touchdown they've scored in the last 3 ball games. So,
they're feeling good about it.
Yep.
Direct snap to number 10, running right side, and he is into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good.
They just stacked it up in there. It's basically 7-on-4, and we still, kind of stood him up, had a chance, but weren't able to finish it.
Just had more hats to the battle. 8:52 remaining in the first quarter. Paragould strikes first. It's 8-0 Rams. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
First Security is about more than great banking. We provide the expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. And the best part? You get it all with local support and friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because better service makes a difference. And we think you deserve it. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. It's 8-0 Rams with 8:52 remaining in the first quarter. Paragould's number 10, Cole Chipman, with a 2-yard touchdown run and then a 2-point conversion. And the Raiders trailing 8-0 here in the first quarter. Rams about to kick the ball off back deep for the Raiders. Jeremiah Jackson and Paul Sisk. Short kick fielded at the 30-yard line and brought down at the 42-yard line. Marshawn Smith on the return. Raiders will have pretty good field position, Coach. 1st and 10.
That's what Brooklyn started out doing last week with the short pooch kick, deep onside, whatever you want to call the thing. But I would not give Nettleton this short field position. I'd try to back them up 15-20 because that's worth 2 first downs right there, and they hadn't even taken a snap.
1st and at the 47. I stand corrected. 1st and 10 at the 47. Maddox Hampton, the record-breaking All-State quarterback, going to pass on 1st down. Complete on the far sideline. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. A.D. Blackburn, the receiver who hauled that in. It's going to be 2nd down for the Raiders. 2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4. Ball marked on the Raider 46-yard line. 3 receivers spread out wide to the left. Kylan Hendricks, Jordan Simmons. I believe that's Fred Atkins. In motion is A.D. Blackburn. They give to Xavier Harrell, running right side, and he has got the 1st down. He's across the 40, dragged down out of bounds at about the 38-yard line by number 15, Mikey Peckrell. 1st down, Raiders. Good run by the X-Man.
Clint Wilson dialed up a good one right there. He gave, like you said, the 3 wides, got him out, and then went back weak with a little kind of a zone action play. Big yardage.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Ram 38-yard line. Hampton in the pistol formation with the X-Man directly behind him. They give to the X-Man once again, bounces out right side, finds the edge, has the 1st down, is shoved out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Raiders, ball marked at the Ram 18.
Offensive line doing a fantastic job. We seem a lot bigger than they do right now. I don't see real good, but we got real good size on the right side.
Yeah, it's Jerry Hudgens over there and Sir Jonathan Freeman. A couple of strapping young men. And the X-Man finding plenty of yardage behind them. Cam Austin in as running back right now. They give to Cam. Cam again running that right side. Has the 1st down. Gain of about 13. He's inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Raiders at the 5.
Great job. Paragoul's not making any adjustments to that trip set out there. And we were in bunch, but they still overloaded that way. It's opening up, and the backs are making some great reads. It really didn't have anything inside. Did a great job of bouncing out on it.
Jordan Simmons spread out wide to the right. Hampton and Harrell in the backfield. He gives it to Xavier Harrell. It does a juke, a jive, driving forward. He stops short of the goal line. He's going to be brought down at about the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from there. Second goal from the 2.
Yeah, Paragoul's linebackers cannot see. Evidently, because they're having a hard time. They are plugging up the inside. They're playing inside gap on us and making us bounce, but we have no scrape linebackers, so that's a great job by Nettleton.
Heavy package on the right side of the line. They give to Xavier Harrell. Xavier Harrell up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Touchdown Xavier Harrell.
Great job. Just a little power play there. They set that bunch set in and did a great job. He just kept his legs moving. Got in behind the big dogs, the horses, and scored.
Now the Raiders are down 8-6 right now, and they are electing to get the 1 point, kick it. I guess get the sure thing is what they're thinking, Coach.
I think that's wise. As easily as they move the ball. Uh-oh.
Mason Wan's kick is good.
Did go through, good.
Did go through, sure.
I can't ever see and tell on those anymore, it doesn't seem like.
Yeah, Mason Wan drills the PAT, and with 7:11 remaining in the first quarter, your score is now Paragould 8, Nettleton 7. Back in 30 seconds, Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
This is Keith Baird with Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Craig Miller, Pat Massey in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. NEA Baptist Healthcare for the next century. The score is Paragould 8, Nettleton 7. Nettleton with an impressive drive. They took over with 8:52 remaining. It took them about a minute and 40 seconds to march the length of the field. Maybe 5 plays, Coach, maybe 6. I mean, it was a quick drive.
They stopped us one time, but it was first down there, first down. Again, when you give us the ball on the 40, good enough offense, that's 2 first downs we didn't have to make.
The good news is the Raider offense had no problem taking the ball down the field. The bad news is the Raider defense could not stop that single wing attack on the first drive.
I bet Coach Hampton will make some adjustments to it. Let's see what happens.
Juan's kickoff is fielded at about the 5-yard line. Number 15, boy, that's a good football player right there. I like the way he hustles. Mikey Peckrell brings it out to the 27, a return of about 22 yards, and that's where the Rams will take over 1st and 10.
We can't miss tackles. We got to be sure on that.
This 3-yard and a cloud of dust type offense has given us trouble this year, Coach.
Beautiful. It's old-time football. Kind of makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
You're loving it, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I would love it a lot more if we could stop it. Ram offense back in action. Run to the left side, not much gain. Matter of fact, that might be a short loss there. The old proverbial host of Raiders brought him down, and Jamarcus Johnson in on the stop. It's a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. If we can hold them to 1 yard, we'll be all right, Coach.
I mean, that's great. And sometimes when you see plays over and over, same formations, you make adjustments and you can defeat it.
Paragould lines up in the spread now. 2 receivers spread out wide to the left. Quarterback keeper running right side, looking for the edge is Chipman. He gets to the 35-yard line. He's going to be short of the 1st down by a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Rams.
They jumped in an unbalanced set that time. We adjusted to it well and just gave up a little too much yardage. Linebackers pinned it back inside, but this is a big one here.
3rd down and 2 on the Ram 35-yard line, and Coach, something tells me they're in 4-down territory, even right there at the 35.
Plus, let's see if they try to short count us.
Fumble on the snap. It's going to be a tackle for a loss. Keyshawn Washington was the first Raider to hit him. And a host of Raiders in on the stop, including Cohen Liggins, and it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards, and Paragould looks like they're running the punt team out, and that is good news. The Raider defense with the stop.
Keyshawn did a great job. When he saw him drop the ball, he went ahead and left his key and then shot the gap. Did a fantastic job.
Fred Adkins back deep to receive the punt. He's standing at about the Raider 30-yard line. Paragould moving left to right on your radio dial. Good snap, a high, short punt, lands at about the 43-yard line, takes a moderate Paragould bounce, rolls to the 34-yard line of the Raiders, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10, and this Raider offense trots back out. Coach, have you been able to watch many Raider football games this year?
This is only my 2nd one.
Okay.
I got to watch them last week against Brooklyn. Enjoyed that. Big homecoming win.
Yep.
Conference win.
They looked better in the first half last week than I've seen them all season long. That was a good first half and they looked good in the 4th quarter. They kind of a little bit of a lull in the 3rd quarter last week, but
Well, Craig, the old coaching philosophy and axiom is by game 5, you better have it together.
Yep.
And this is game 6. So game 5, they started to mesh well and did a good job winning that.
Xavier Harrell on the carry. This time he is stood up after a short gain. It'd be a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 is what we'll call it. Coach Matt Ragsdale says it's 2nd and 8, and I think he's right. That looks like 8 yards to go for the first down. 2 receivers spread out wide to the left. That's Kylan Hendricks and Jordan Simmons. Hampton gives to Xavier Harrell. He's hit immediately, and he's thrown down. A good tackle for what appears to be a loss by Paragold's number 14. That's Rayton Yasawa. So it'll be a loss of 1. 3rd down and 9 for the Raiders, and let's see if Coach Wilson opens up the passing portion of the playbook.
I'd be willing to bet he will.
8-7 the score. Paragold with a 1-point lead with 4:25 to play in the first quarter. Right
Got an empty set.
Oh, it's a high snap over Maddox's head. Maddox fumbling it. Jerry Hudgens there picks it up. Jerry advancing the ball. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hudgens had designs. That's an offensive lineman's dream right there, to pick the ball up.
Let the big dog eat, baby. Let the big dog eat.
Let's just say this. I think Jerry's going to keep his position as the right tackle. I don't think he's going to be the tailback after this game. But he does get back to the line of scrimmage. You got to give him credit for that. It's going to be 4th and 9 for the Raiders, and they'll bring out the punt team.
That might give Clint some ideas. Put in a little jumbo package and let him have the ball.
Give the dog a bone. Maddox Sampton to punt. He's standing at the Raider 23-yard line. The Rams do have a deep back at the 40-yard line. That's Jack Starnes. Good snap. The kick is up and away, and it rolls out of bounds at the 30-yard line of the Rams. That's where Paragold will take over 1st and 10.
We'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
4:04 to play in the first quarter. The Raiders lead 8-7. In their first possession, Paragold marched the ball down the field, scored, got a 2-point conversion after an offsides penalty on the PAT attempt. Nettleton, with about a 6, maybe 7-play drive, took all of about a minute, answered. They kicked a PAT. Mason Wan booted it through the uprights, and so with 4:04 remaining here in the first quarter, Paragold has a 1-point lead, 8-7. They are in the single wing. Everybody bunched up, and they're going to whistle the play dead. Offsides against the Raiders. It looked like we were slow getting
Well, we were still on the sideline doing a little talking with the coaches and hustled out there, and it's easy to see where you can line up offsides at the last second because they were over the ball getting ready to snap it.
So 1st down and 5 for the Rams at their own 35-yard line. Raider defense with a nice stop. Previous possession. Let's see if they can make it 2 in a row. Quarterback keeper. He slices through a couple of would-be tacklers before Damon Coleman gets him down right at the sticks. He's at the 40-yard line of the Rams, and they're going to call that a 1st down, a gain of 5. He needed 5. Move the chains.
Whatever happened to measuring? Do you see them measure for 1st downs anymore? Hardly ever do.
Very rarely. Very rarely. Sometimes they'll call it officials timeout for a measurement. But
I believe a lot of times the head coach can still request that.
Probably can. I kind of like the fact that there's not many anymore because it means I get to go to bed earlier. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. For the Rams. And we have a illegal procedure against the Rams. So they'll back it back 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 15.
Came out in that unbalanced set again. That's usually their run side. But into the short side of the field, let's see what they do.
Quarterback from the gun, 3 backs to his right, gives to number 15. He is hit immediately. Cohen Liggins assisting, but the initial hit was made by Damon Coleman. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. Coach, I'd like to see the ball on that side of the sticks.
There you go. Well, they're doing a great job, great read. We didn't, go for the decoy. We lined up against it, but the backside was ready and made some good keys and good tackling, good, crisp, solid tackling.
An old defensive coordinator like yourself, you love that.
Oh, baby. Love to see a good hit. Missed tackles can cost you ball games.
Yep. Blocking and tackling, the basics of this game. 2nd down and 15 for the Rams. A couple of receivers spread out wide to the left. They're going to throw. Out in the flats, it's complete to number 1. He gets a gain, nice run after the catch, a gain of about 7, maybe 10 actually, before he's brought down out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Rams. 3rd and 6 for Paragould. They lead Nettleton 8-7 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. He went out of bounds, stopping the clock. 3rd and 6. Nettleton was 6 down lineman. Quarterback running. He is brought down short of the first down by about a yard. Making the tackle for Nettleton, Damon Coleman. Or actually, correction, that's Isaac Black who made the stop. I said short of the first down, but they're moving the chains. They gave him a first down. A generous spot.
Yeah,
first,
very generous.
1st and 10 for the Rams at the 50. Chitman slices through the Raider defensive line for a gain of 8. It's 2nd down and 2. That Chitman killed us last year. He ran for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns against us. He's picking it up right where he left off. He's a good football player. 2nd down.
Very good job.
2nd down and 3. Number 15. He's got the first down, and he's in open space. He's at the 25-yard line. He's at the 10, at the 5. He's brought down just short of the goal line. Making the touchdown-saving tackle is Nettleton's number 25, Marshawn Smith, but a big run by number 15, Mikey Peckrell.
Well, they're up-tempo in us and getting an advantage with that.
Yeah, we weren't even set right there when they snapped it. Quarterback, keeper right up the middle. He's tackled short of the goal line. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal for Paragould at about the 1-yard line. 1:25 on the clock here in the first quarter. Paragould with a 1-point lead, 8-7 your score. This single wing offense is tough on the Raiders. I got a couple receivers spread out, and I believe we jumped off sides there on our left side of the line of scrimmage. And so actually a false start against Paragould.
Well,
that'll help us.
You're not supposed to be able to go down real sharp like that, and so they're hitting their 3-point going down. A lot of times they'll call that offense because you're trying to draw them offside.
So 2nd and goal from the 6 now, and penalties in the red zone will hurt a football team, Coach.
Well, you know, and these offensive guys are always trying these tricks and everything.
You don't have much respect for the offensive guys.
I have, but, you know.
Well, it's going to be a false start for Paragould again, and that's going to back him up 5 more yards. So 2nd and goal from the 11 now. I like that even better than 2nd goal from the 6.
Yeah, you got that right. That's a big help.
1:03 to play in the first quarter, and I guess Paragould took a timeout. Somebody took a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. 30-second break. It's 8-7 Rams. Back in 30 seconds. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
This is Keith Baird with Baird Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Raider football on the EAB Sports Network. 1:03 to play in the first quarter. Your score is Paragould 8, Nettleton 7. Paragould has the ball 2nd down and goal from the Raider 11-yard line, trying to add to their 1-point lead here in the last minute of the first quarter. Out of the timeout, the Rams get back to the line of scrimmage. from the gun, number 15. He hands it to number 1, finds the left edge, and he is brought down short of the goal line. Making the tackle is Damon Coleman and Braylon Green. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Ball will be marked inside the 5-yard line. The ball is at the 3. Third and goal. Big play right here. They're all bunched up. Single wing offense. And there is a flag on the play, and I believe that one's going to be offsides against us. We got a little antsy down there on the defensive line, Coach.
Well, they do a good job of varying their counts from time to time, keeping us off balance with that. But got to be disciplined, man. Got to have your eyes on the ball.
So it'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll be 3rd down and goal from just inside the 2-yard line. Number 10, the quarterback, and he gives the number 15. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, Mikey Peckrell.
That's Peckrell who ran that one in. So with 22 seconds remaining, that makes in the first quarter, that makes the score 14-7. Paragould with the lead, and they are going to try to kick a field goal here for the 1 point after. The kicker is number 4, Aiden Chipman. And we jump off sides again. Or there's movement down there, and I believe it's going to be offsides against us. And, Coach, they're going to go for 2 again. It's deja vu all over again, Coach. Exact same thing happened after their first touchdown. We jumped off sides, and they said, well, if you're going to give us a yard, we'll just go ahead and go for 2. We can
Got to be disciplined. Got to keep an eye on the ball. Don't listen to sound.
So the Paragould Rams have come in here and have not been very gracious guests so far in this football game. They are treating us quite rudely, to be honest with you. They lead 14-7 with 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Going to go for 2, try to make it a 16-7 game. Quarterback number 10 running right up the middle. He's into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So with 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter, your score is now Rams 16, Raiders 7. Back in 30 seconds, some more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Enjoy no hassles and no hidden fees when you sign up for a free checking account at First Community Bank. Our free checking account comes with the great features you've come to enjoy and expect, such as bill pay, no minimum balance, no monthly service charge, and no paper statement fees. You can also monitor your checking account through our online banking. Enjoy convenient, worry-free checking and friendly, helpful service from First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Minimum $50 to open account. Checking accounts without activity may be charged dormant account fees.
22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Your score is now Paragould 16, Nettleton 7. Paragould lining up to kick off, and this offense of the Rams, very methodical but very effective so far. 3 drives in the first quarter. They've scored on 2 of them.
Well, as you say, with it's kind of a wing team mentality. They've got about 3 plays. They mix them up good. They change things up. And, they're doing a good job. We're playing an 8-man front on them and having trouble slowing them down much, except for that second drive.
Paul Sisk and Jeremiah Jackson back deep for the Raiders. It's a squib kick, a ground ball fielded by Paul Sisk at about the 15. He's running right up the middle. Good, strong return. He is brought down actually by the kicker, Aiden Chipman. I like the way Paul ran the ball right there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders, starting from their own 38-yard line.
Did a great job. If he just made one little cut there at the end, looked like he had an alley to his right. But that's great. That's as good as a deep onside kick. Good return.
Yep.
Need a little more action out of their ball when they kick it on the ground like that.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 38. Maddox Hampton from the gun. Xavier Harrell at his right hip. They give to Xavier Harrell. He's got room to run. Left side across the 50 into Ram territory. He's brought down just shy of the Ram 40-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders from the Ram 41.
Great job. Big men in the line right there applied it right open. They did super.
8 seconds on the clock and ticking. I don't know if Nettleton will get a play off. It looks like they're going to be content to let it hit 0, and they do. At the end of the first quarter, your score is Paragould 16, Nettleton 7. Back in 60 seconds with the second quarter, Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
The team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. Now with 2 locations, including JOSM on Main and JOSM on Matthews inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center. And now JOSM is offering a limited number of same-day appointments. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Go outside and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the walk. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
Second quarter underway quickly. The first play from scrimmage just transpired. Xavier Harrell with a 9-yard run, running left side behind Cayman Gates, Clark Phillips. He gets a gain of 9, second down and 1. Adair over there as well, or as Coach Bubba Deaton would say, Quinn Adar. So second down and 1. They give to the X-Man once again. He has the first down, still battling forward to the 25-yard line. It's going to be first down Raiders.
We come out a little more. The last 2 plays been the zone power and doing a real good job blocking and executing it. And we're getting a little speed up of our own here now.
So first and 10 Raiders from the 25. The score is 16-7. Paragould with the lead. Maddox Hampton's going to pass. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. That's Jordan Simmons. Jordan Simmons, touchdown Raiders.
Great job. Nice touch on the ball by Maddox. Great route. And, you know, when you run, and you just go downfield, he was wide open. It was a great execution. Great play, and we're going to line up and kick again. It's going to be interesting to see with them getting 2 each time, what's going to happen here late in the ball game.
Mason Wan boots it high and right through the uprights. The PAT is good with 11:05 to play in the second quarter. Your score is now Paragould 16, Nettleton 14. Back in 30 seconds, Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Second quarter action here at Nettleton, 11:05 to play. The score is Paragould 16, Nettleton 14. These Rams, last year they played us extremely tough, Coach. We had to score a last-minute touchdown, by Q Thompson with about 16 seconds remaining to escape from Paragould with a win. They believe at Paragould they can play with us.
Well, Randy Phillips, coach up there, does a great job, and he's kind of turned that program around, and they're playing a lot better.
Juan's kick is fielded about the 12-yard line. Good shoestring tackle downfield. Nice tackle there by Jeremiah Jackson. Jeremiah has turned into an excellent special teams player. He runs kickoffs back and made a fine play and coverage right there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball at the Raider at the Ram 20. $11:01 to play in the second quarter. Your score is Paragould 16, Nettleton 14. 2 receivers spread out wide left for Paragould. Direct snap to number 10. Gives to 15. He's hit in the backfield. Shucks a couple of 3 tackles. Some missed tackles. Finally, Jamarcus Johnson makes the stop. Could have been no gain, but instead it's a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. And, Coach, you mentioned missed tackles earlier.
Missed 2 right there. We had him for nothing and ended up letting him out for 4. But, you know, we're still staying in with that 8-man front, doing a good job. And got to make them earn everything.
So a gain of 4 makes it 2nd down and 6 from the Raider 24-yard line. It's unorthodox single wing offense. Give the direct snap to number 10, trying to find the right edge. He's hit by Cohen Liggins first over there. A couple other Raiders help clean it up, including Isaac Black. It's going to be a gain of a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4, a big 3rd down play right here.
That's a great job right there. They were lined up and unbalanced. We did a good job. They ran an old, what we call a G scheme, where they pull the guard to kick, but played great defense on that.
So 3rd down and 4 for Paragould. Coach Luke Tate does a great job with the PA here at Nettleton. Gets the crowd going. Quarterback right up the middle. He's hit and stops short of the 1st down. Cohen Liggins had his nose in there. Well, I said short of the 1st down. He's standing right on the stick. I believe with a good second effort, he may have got the first. We'll see where the spot is. Yeah, they're calling the 1st down, Coach.
Is that Curtis Tate? Is he the white hat back there?
You know, I don't know.
Kind of moves like him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Boy, he's caught a lot of ball games through the years.
He sure has.
1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 30-yard line. Quarterback keeper runs right side, and he is stopped by Cohen Liggins after a gain of 1 yard, maybe 2. Going to be 2nd down and long, 2nd down and 9 for Paragould. Ball on the Ram 31-yard line. I'd like to see a tackle for a loss right here, Coach.
Well, they need to, and when they bunch it up in there now, we've been shutting that down pretty good with the 2 tights or even the unbalanced 2 tight. Now they're backing unbalanced again with it in the wing.
Got a receiver spread out wide left and wide right. Quarterback keeper, he's brought down from behind. That's big Keon Stallings with the tackle. No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Great tackle by Keon.
That looked like what we used to call a hard stunt back in the day, where we bring a guy off the edge hard, and he did a super job. Wasn't anybody to block him? So let's see if they'll throw it again.
It's 3rd down and 9. You would think this would be a throw and down. They got 2 receivers spread out wide to the left. And Coach Hampton didn't like what he saw there, so he calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:56 to play here in the second quarter. Your score is Paragould 16, Nettleton 14. Back in 30 seconds, Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Having trouble getting the trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
Raider football on the EAB Sports Network. The score is 16-14. Paragould with a 2-point lead over Nettleton with 7:56 to play in the second quarter. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Rams from their own 30-yard line. They're going to pass. Quarterback pass is complete to number 12, and he is tackled short of the first down. I'm sure of it this time by Isaac Black. A good open field tackle by Isaac, and it's going to be a gain of about 5. It'll be 4th down and 4 for Paragould. And we'll see if they're gonna try to go for it, Coach. 4th down and 4.
They're trying to quick count us.
Yeah, the
trying
Raiders
to get us to jump.
Raiders held their water on that one.
Good job.
What do you tell them right here, Coach, if you're a defensive coordinator? What do you tell them?
Eyes on the ball, baby. Eyes on the ball.
Watch that ball.
I'd want my corners up just a tad tighter right here.
Braylon Green and Isaac Black, the cornerbacks, and
They're going to let the clock run down, I think, so they can punt it, looks like. They're down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start by Paragould. So 4th down and 4 is going to become 4th down and 9. They were trying to get us to jump off sides. It would have resulted in a 1st down, but the Raiders with good defense along that defensive line. Good discipline.
Good discipline. There you
line.
go. Defense discipline.
That's right.
Like that.
4th down and 9, and they are going to punt it back deep for the Raiders. We got Jordan Simmons and right said Fred Atkins. Punt is off, and it's a high, short punt. Lands at about the 43 and takes a Nettleton bounce into Paragould territory. They down it. He didn't even get to the 1st down. It's going to be a punt of about 5 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders with an extremely short field. They'll have it on the Ram 36.
Sure will, yeah.
I tell you, punting the football is that's the way it would look if I went out there and tried to punt it right there.
That's right.
It's not an easy thing to do.
I can imagine that.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Short field. The score is Paragould 16, Nettleton 14. Good stop by the Raider defense. Let's see if Nettleton can take their first lead of the ball game on this drive. Maddox Hampton and Xavier Harrell in the backfield. He gets to the X-Man. He's running right side behind the blocking of Clark Phillips. He has got the 1st down, and he's going to go to the house. Touchdown X-Man. Touchdown Xavier Harrell. Touchdown Raiders.
Great job on the sweep right there, pulling the guard, getting out front. He came under the kick block, and then just turned his speed on and showed you his athletic ability, outran the defense. Super job, well executed.
Raiders take a 20-16 lead, their first of the game, and they're going to the clock continued to run. So we're going to the officials will tell us up here at the press box what they want the clock to be at. There's going to be a little sign language here from the man in the white hat, as the clock should have stopped at the touchdown, but it kept on rolling, so they're talking to him, tell him how much time to put on the clock. The guys in the booth next to us doing the best they can, but
17 seconds, baby.
6:40 is what is on the clock now, 6:40. And Mason One is going to try to make it a 21-16 game. Nettleton with their first lead of this game. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. With 6:40 to play in the first half, Nettleton takes their first lead of the game. It's 21-16 Raiders. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Some more Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
We are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
21-16 the score. Nettleton with a 5-point lead over Paragould with 6:40 to play in the second quarter. Craig Miller, Pat Massey from the NEA Baptist broadcast position at Raider Field. NEA Baptist, healthcare for the next century. Mason Wan on to kick off. Back deep for the Rams is number 15 and number 3. Number 3 is Jackson Q. Number 15 is Mikey Peckrell. Q and Peckrell. Peckrell and Q. High school rules, they kick off from the 40-yard line. Mason puts his right foot into it. Ball is fielded, actually goes out of bounds. A very smart move over there by number 15, Mikey Peckrell. He started to field it, but realized it was going out of bounds and just let it go out. You get 35 yards, and nobody's going to try to hit you.
There you go.
That's one of them there business decisions. That's what they call that.
Yeah.
So
back in the day, they just backed you up 5. You went to 35 and kicked from there.
I guess they changed the rule to improve speed of game, I guess, speed of play.
I don't have any idea why they do some of the rules they do.
They should check with us before they make any changes.
Well, they changed how we tackle and things like that.
First and 10 for the Rams from their own 35. Quarterback number 10 trying to find the edge. He is brought down by Damon Coleman after a gain of maybe 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6. Correction, second and 5 from the Ram 40. Correction, second and 6 after a gain of 4. I had it right the first time, Coach. I let Matt Ragsdale talk me out of that one.
The way they're moving around, I don't know how you keep up with them sometimes.
Second and 4 for the Rams. They give to one of the halfbacks, and he bulls his way forward close to a first down. Cohen Liggins leading the tackle. It's going to be third down and 1 for Paragould.
That's the old sucker play. You pull guards one way, cross over the back the other way. Part of the misdirection of the single wing team mentality.
A lot of misdirection in this offense for sure. Third down and 1 for the Rams. Quarterback is going to keep it. He's got the first down. Needed 1 yard. He got about 4, maybe 5. Xavier Johnson on the stop on the far side of the field. Move the chains. A fresh set of downs for the Rams near midfield.
Chipman kid does a good job of running the ball. I think I'd be scared of having him hurt. Because I wonder what kind of level they go down to after that.
First down and 10 for the Rams. I know he is a tough young man who plays well against us. First down and 10. Quarterback keeper. That's Chipman. He is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Danny Gary in on the stop. Cohen Liggins and Jamarcus Johnson also lending a hand in that defensive stop. It'll be second down and 9 for the Rams. They've got a couple of quarterbacks, and a lot of their plays, they got a couple of guys standing back there that they direct snap it to. It's a very confusing offense. Second down and 9, high snap, fielded by Chipman. Trying to find the edge, cannot do so. Great job by the Raider linebacker, Cohen Liggins, extending the field and making the stop.
Whenever they bring it in there and tighten it up, whether it's too tight or the unbalanced set, we have really adjusted real well since that first drive. We've been shutting them down real good.
Well, that's a loss on that play. It's going to be third down, and it looks like 13. Third and 13 for the Rams. Ball on their own 45-yard line. The score is Nettleton 21, Paragould 16, 4:12 to play in the second quarter. Passing down, and he's dropping back. Shovel pass. Brought down at the 50-yard line. Tackle made by Nettleton's number 25, Marshawn Smith. It'll be fourth down and long for the Rams. The ball right at the 50-yard line.
Came back with the old Utah pass, we call that, back in the day.
They're going for it on 4th and 8. Looking to the sideline, and it looks like this is going to be they consider themselves in 4-down territory right here.
Craig, well, after the last punt, You know, they don't have a real good kicking game. Doesn't look like. So, you know, if you don't get it, pick up a few yards. It's better than.
They may let the clock is running 3:21, and they're going to call a timeout and punt it undoubtedly. So they just a little gamesmanship there, trying to run as much of the time as they can off the clock, give Nettleton not a whole lot of time to score before the intermission. Nettleton will get the ball, or at least they'll kick it off to us in the third quarter. 3:21 to play in the second quarter. Nettleton up 21-16. Back in 30 seconds, Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. The score is Nettleton 21, Paragould 16, 3:21 to play in the second quarter, and Paragould does have their punting team out. Raiders got a couple of guys back deep at about the 20-yard line. I believe that's Jordan Simmons and Fred Atkins. Snap is handled, and this time it's a very good punt by the Ram punter. Fielded at about the 13-yard line by Jordan Simmons, looking for some room to run. He's out across the 30-yard line, steps out of bounds at about the 31. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders there. They got about 69 yards. Actually, it's marked at the 34-yard line, so I'm doing the math in my head, Coach. That's about 66 yards to go, 3:08 on the clock, and 2 timeouts.
I will trust your math ability because that was one of my weakest areas of all time.
I was trained by Jim McDaniel and Charlene Jernigan.
Well, you had some good ones.
Had some good. They were a lot better teachers than I was a student. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Maddox Hampton and Xavier Harrell in the backfield. They give to the X-Man. The X-Man running left side, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, finds the edge, has the first down. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's shoved out of bounds there at the 16-yard line. A huge gain by Xavier Harrell. Another big run by number 16.
Great job. Spread them out all over the field. And just good read. You know, bless his heart. He's short stride. He can run.
Cayman Gates and Quinn Adair over there on that left side. Clark Phillips, the center. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The ball on the 17-yard line of the Rams. They give to Cam Austin. Stone cold Cam Austin. He's inside the 10-yard line. He's brought down at about the 5. It's going to be 1st down and goal for the Raiders at the 5-yard line of the Rams. Good run by Cam Austin.
Great job. Picked his holes. Read his blocks well.
Clock is running now at 2:46.
It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal for the Raiders at the Ram 5. Hampton and Austin in the backfield. They give to Cam Austin right up the middle. Cam Austin fighting his way into the end zone. Touchdown, stone cold Cam Austin. Touchdown, Raiders.
Just a little power play backside. Did a great job reading it. Good holes, good movement.
That extends the lead to 27-16. Mason Wan out to attempt his 4th point after kick. He has been perfect thus far. The hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good, making the score 28-16 with 2:29 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine? We are part of something bigger, a force that never quits. You can transform your life. Check us out at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network here at Raider Field with 2:29 to play in the first half. The score is Nettleton 28, Paragould 16.
How long did it take them to score on that drive?
A little over 3 minutes.
Take that long?
Yep, a little over 3 minutes.
They're doing it very quickly, so.
You know, it might have been a little shorter than that. I believe it was shorter than that, yeah.
I thought we had a little over 3 minutes to go when they got the ball.
Yeah, you were right, Coach. You're right. I looked at my notes wrong there. And
this could get ugly.
Maybe a minute.
Yeah.
Kick fielded at about the 10-yard line, number 3, and he is tackled downfield. Stopped by Nettleton's number 31, Cam Phillips. Cam Phillips made a couple of plays on special teams last week. Did not get his name called because he just joined the team and his name was not on the roster. He made a couple of nice plays on special teams. He added to it right there. A good downfield tackle by Cam Phillips. And this week he's getting his name called on the radio.
Anytime you can stop him inside the 20, that's the goal. And they're doing a good job. He made a good sure tackle that time.
1st and 10 for the Rams on the 18. One thing about this methodical offense, I don't think they're that capable of quick strikes.
You're right.
Chipman, the ball carrier, he stopped after no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock is at 2:10, and it is ticking. Now they've busted a run or two with some pretty good chunks of yardage, but they are slow and methodical, and it's inside 2 minutes right now.
They need to hold the ball when they've got it, and as they say, move it, but keep it away from us. We're scoring too quick.
Little jet sweep. They got the first down, number 1, or close to the first down anyway. That's Jack Starnes. Braylon Green on the stop for the Raiders, and gain of 11 on the play. It will be first down for the Rams. Got out of bounds. That stopped the clock with 1:45. The score is Nettleton 28 and Paragould 16 here in the second quarter. One receiver spread out wide to the right, one to the left. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Nothing doing. He is brought down by Danny Gary out the hood and straight to your brain. Number 55 on the line at the top of the food chain. Tackle for a loss, number 55, Danny Gary. Big play by number 55. 2nd down and 12 for the Rams. Just over a minute to play. And, Coach, one thing the Rams got to watch out for, they don't need to leave Nettleton too much time on the clock. We scored in probably less than a minute in the last drive. So I think they're going to, they snap the ball. Number 10 running right side. Nettleton may call a timeout here. No gain on the play. Ahmad Hurston, Danny Gary, and Keon Stallings in on the stop. 3rd and 12. Clock is at 43. Yeah, I think Nettleton wants to call a timeout. Yeah, so 43 seconds on the clock. It's 3rd down and 12. We can stop the clock one more time. We got time for another score here, Coach. That would be huge.
The way we've been moving the football is true.
We'll take a break, 30-second break. When we come back, more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better. We've got wheels, leveling kits, and of course, the area's largest selection of light truck tires. With ATs and mud tires up to 35s and bigger, Plaza Tire Service has you covered. The pros at Plaza Tire Service can help you select a great combination that will work with your truck. Plus, with our Plaza Tire Service card or no credit needed financing, your upgrades can be easy on your budget. So take your truck from stock to spectacular with Plaza Tire Service.
43 seconds to play in the second quarter. The score here at Raider Field is Nettleton 28, Paragould 16. NEA Baptist broadcast position. Craig Miller, Pat Massey, Winsley Henry hanging out with us as well. Great Raider football, great Raider quarterback from days gone by. Glad to have Winsley. Always good to see the great Raider players of the past coming back. Seeing the legendary,
one of the greats.
Seeing the legendary Coach Pat Massey and the Raiders up right now, 28-16. 3rd and long. Quarterback trying to run right side. Nothing doing. Boy, he is slammed down to the turf by Jamarcus Johnson. Jamarcus Johnson tackle for a loss. It's going to be 4th down and long. Nettleton needs to call a timeout. Half the coaching staff is out there on the field telling the referees, stop the clock, stop the clock. 30 seconds to go. Coach, Raiders are going to get the ball with 20-some-odd seconds. They're going to have a couple of plays. They'll have time for a couple of 3 plays, and we'll see what they can do with it. We'll just keep it right here as we are 30 seconds away from intermission. The score is Nettleton 28, Paragould 16. Paragould outscored Nettleton 16-7 in the first quarter. However, the second quarter has been nothing but Nettleton Raiders. Maddox Hampton with a 25-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Simmons that made the score 16-14. Then Xavier Harold did what Xavier Harold does, a 46-yard run, gave Nettleton their first lead of the ball game after the Juan PAT. It made the score 21-16 with 6:40 to play. Cam Austin tacked on a 5-yard touchdown with 2:29 to play. That made the score 28-16. That's where we are right now. They actually added 7 seconds to the clock, 37 seconds on the clock. Jordan Simmons back deep for the Raiders as the Rams got their punting team on. Jordan can get a return high snap. He does field it, gets the kick off. It lands at about the 40. Jordan fields it, goes right to him. He's running right side across the 45-yard line. He gets out of bounds right about midfield, actually at the 49-yard line on the Raiders side. And that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. Coach, we got 0 timeouts. We got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see what the Raiders can do with it.
Well, I kind of like when you go hurry up, no huddle type mentality. It's a great opportunity to practice. You got a 12-point lead. Do it. Could pay off in dividend here. Some of these tough ball games we got here at the end of the season.
Paragould will be kicking off at the beginning of the second half to the Raiders. So a touchdown here and then the possession. We could really go a long way to putting this game out of reach. Nettleton leads 28-16 right now. And 25 seconds on the clock. So referees getting us straightened out up here in the press box. Maddox Hampton. Cam Austin in the backfield with him. He's a kind of running back that can hit a home run from anywhere on the field. Hampton back to pass. Looking downfield. It is near sideline. I don't know if they're going to call that a catch or not. Intended for Jordan Simmons. I believe they're going to say it's incomplete.
He was out of bounds when he called. That's what they said.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders from their own 49-yard line. The Raiders have been practicing a little hook and lateral play here, Coach. Let's see if they might bring it out. Maddox back to pass. It is complete to Cam Austin. He's at the 31-yard line where he's brought down out of the backfield. Just a nice little wheel route right there, and Maddox Hampton hit him in the stride.
Need to clock it.
And they do. Hampton spikes the ball with 10 seconds. I guess in high school they don't stop the clock for the moving of the chains. I know at one time they did, but that might be a rule that they changed this year, Coach. Do you know anything about that?
I think it has been changed, but I'm not 100% sure.
I wish they would have stopped the clock because right now there's 10 seconds. If they would have stopped the clock, we'd have a few more ticks. As it is right now, we got time for 1, maybe 2 plays. Ball is at the 31-yard line of the Rams. 1st and 10. Hampton in an empty backfield. 3 receivers spread out wide to the left, 2 to the right. Straight back goes Hampton, looking to pass downfield. Incomplete. Kylan Hendricks, the intended receiver, off his hands. Fortunate that it wasn't intercepted, almost a tip drill interception. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf. 4 seconds to the play, and until the intermission. 4 seconds to play, and we got time for one more play here, Coach.
Yeah, they're lining up, 3 deep. They're backing their corners up. Safeties.
You know what I'd run right here, Coach?
What was that?
Statue of Liberty. Instead, it's a screen. Incomplete pass, 1 second on the clock. He was trying to get it to Cam Austin. They had a screen play set up here right side. Cam lost his footing. Incomplete pass, 1 second on the clock. Now would be the perfect time for the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. No, the call was a great call because they were so dropped off, give him a chance to pick, cut and run. Great athlete.
Had some blockers in front of him.
Statue of Liberty. I tell you, you're something.
That's what I would call. 4th down. Raiders dropping back. Maddox dropping back, looking deep. Looking for Jordan Simmons. Is complete. Touchdown Raiders. Touchdown Jordan Simmons. Maddox Hampton with a 31-yard strike. Can you believe that, Coach, as time runs down to 0 in the second quarter? Woo, mercy.
Was that just 1 second left on the clock?
1 second left on the clock.
That's tremendous. Good pass, good touch, and kid made a great move on the ball. The D-back was there, but good catch, good throw.
And that is big right before the half, especially with Nettleton set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Mason Wan with his 5th perfect point after, gives Nettleton a 35-16 lead going into the break. Man, what a great second quarter for the Raiders. They trailed 16-7 going into the second quarter, but they scored 28 unanswered points, and they lead 35-16 here at half. I tell you what we'll do, Gavin, we'll take a 7-minute break. When we come back, we will have the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show presented by Kavanaugh Auto Group. Check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. That's KavanaughCars.com. We got a special guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. My old tag team partner, Nettleton Raider great Andy Shatley, will be joining me. That's after this 7-minute break. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
your everyday finances. Farmers and Merchants Bank has the friendly local knowledge and personalized services to help you reach your goals. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, supporting the community we all call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Attention athletes and coaches, if you or your players have suffered a concussion or other sports-related injury, hyperbaric oxygen treatments have shown to improve incredible results for athletes in all sports. Arkansas Progressive Medicine now offers the hyperbaric oxygen treatment at their office in Jonesboro. Call Arkansas Progressive Medicine to find out more about this groundbreaking treatment. 520-6007. Arkansas Progressive Medicine on Matthews on the Medical Mile, 520-6007.
First Security is about more than great banking. We provide the expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. And the best part? You get it all with local support and friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because better service makes a difference. And we think you deserve it. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
No matter what the season, it's always a great time to go to Wings to Go. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anything, the wings, the salads, the hamburgers, everything they have at Wings to Go is always flavorful and it's always ready. All that has to happen is you come down and enjoy them. Happy winging from Wings to Go.
Hey y'all, it's Brandon Baxter, and I want to let you know about my friends at Cleanway Restoration and Construction. You see, disasters don't happen when it's convenient, whether it's a fire, a flood, or a tornado. When it damages your home, it upsets everything about your life. Cleanway comes in and does the cleanup, and they can lay your floors, replace your cabinets, and fix or replace walls. So remember, when an inconvenient disaster comes your way, think Cleanway Restoration and Construction. Let Cleanway restore your home and restore your life. Find out more at cleanwayrestoration.com.
The team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. Now with 2 locations, including JOSM on Main and JOSM on Matthews inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center. And now JOSM is offering a limited number of same-day appointments. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. We welcome you into Raider Field, and it is very happy Raider Field right now as Nettleton has a 35-16 lead over the Paragould Rams. Paragould actually outscored Nettleton 16-7 in the first quarter, but Nettleton came back with a 28-0 margin in the second quarter, and the Raiders lead 35-16 here at half. We are joined in the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show by Andy Shatley. Andy, my old tag team partner, thank you for coming in, bro. Sure appreciate it.
Good evening, sir. Just happened to be in the neighborhood.
I know you did. This is your alma mater, and I know what you're here for.
Class of '94.
We'll get there.
Best class ever to graduate from Nettleton Raiders.
Come on. This is we're supposed to be telling the truth.
Okay.
We're supposed to be telling the truth. I will say maybe the best class since '89, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first of all, man, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've called a game together and hung out. I know several years ago we called every game together.
We did. A Cinderella season.
Oh, it was awesome.
11-0, best season ever in Nettleton Raider history. It was just a pleasure to be in the booth and watch some fine young men put a great product on the field and to be in the booth with you and calling some of those games. And unfortunately, one of the biggest games of the season, you were at the house sick as a dog, and we were down and win, and they pulled an unbelievable game out to go 11. Won the conference championship down and win. It was an unbelievable season with quarterback Cameron Scarlett.
One of the best ever. And we're going to talk about another Raider quarterback who's doing some incredible things here in just a few minutes. But, that was a great season. We were 9-0. Wynn was 9-0. We met Week 10 at Wynn, conference championship, undefeated season on the line. and the Raiders won. No thanks to the TMC. I was at home.
At the house.
I was at home sick as a dog with some food poisoning, and me and my lovely wife both. Thanks to Bud Stropel.
Yeah, Budrow stepped in. We had a great game. Yeah, we absolutely wish you could have been there. But
I do too. We talk about that often at the Miller house. Kobe was like, "That's the biggest game of my career," and y'all weren't even there for me.
Well, I can tell you, that season really launched my career as a broadcaster, and I really owe it all to you, the TMC, for kind of getting me started. You were the first person to reach out and say, "Hey, would you like to come broadcast a little baseball, a little football?" And lo and behold, a couple years later, I'm on ESPN with the ASU baseball games, and so I'd have to give the TMC a shout-out anytime I can, launching that career, so I certainly appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate the shout-out, but my feelings a little bit hurt. You went on to ESPN. I'm still here, What does that tell you?
Well, I mean, sometimes you're the sower and sometimes you're the reaper, and and that's just – I'm just a product. That's all it is, You just got to look and say, go fly, my bird.
Oh, my goodness. It is deep in here right now. Hey, what are you up to? Let's fill the people in on what you're up to. I know you got a big promotion within the last several months. Tell the people what you're up to these days.
Well, I mean, for the last, 15, 18 years, my role has been as a physical therapist and taking care of local athletes if they get hurt. And being the director of sports medicine at St. Bernard's.
Let me break in just for 1 second.
Yeah.
Andy helped my daughter, and I got to say this. I'll let you finish.
That's right.
I'm going to let you finish. But my daughter, Gracie, blew out her knee, and Andy was instrumental in getting her back out on the court.
Yeah.
You do great work. Keep on going.
Well, that's my passion, and you're talking about what God kind of has planned for you, and my resume got it created with my background in sports and just my ability to interact with players and my passion for helping them. And I've never worked a day in my life, and I love what I do. And being able to take care of athletes over the years and take care of a lot of Nettleton athletes, as you say, your daughter. And that's kind of what I had done for the last 15, 18 years. But over the last year or so, there's been opportunities for leadership at St. Bernard's. And now I'm the executive director of rehab services, which is all-encompassing of sports medicine, PT, OT, speech, and athletic training at St. Bernard's, and it's been a real blessing. And the fact that we've had a hospital that's been able to be so involved in the community and give back and have athletic trainers at the schools, it's just been a dream of mine to be involved in an organization like that and still get to help local athletes like I've been able to do.
That's awesome, man. We're proud of you here at Nettleton. Hey, Nettleton guys are doing really great things in this world. You've been all over the world with athletes, deep college football player, played baseball on the professional level, but you started right here.
Yep.
And what I like about you, you're one of those guys that has not forgotten where you come from.
No, yeah.
And I'd like to give a few shout-outs. Who are some – we'll start with the teachers. We'll get to the coaches in just a second. But who are some teachers that made an impact on your life here at Nettleton?
Well, I mean, the first one, I hate to rank, but I'm just going to think the first people that come to mind, Joanne Steed was our English teacher. And a lot of us in our class, in class of 94, we were one of the first classes that got to do concurrent college credits our senior year. So if we took that class, we got college credits. That was a 93, 94 season. That was a totally new thing. Now I think they can get like their whole senior year. So she was instrumental. I don't think that it's our class 30-year class reunion this year. A lot of my classmates are down there. And they don't know this, but dinner tomorrow night, Joanne Steed's going to be our guest of honor. They don't know this, so hopefully they're not watching the broadcast.
We'll edit that out later.
Yeah, she's going to be at dinner tomorrow night. So Joanne Steed definitely is at the top of the list for some of us our senior year.
Awesome. What about coaches? I know you were a three-sport standout here.
It's hard not to mention Tommy Fowler. I mean, Daryl Dover, obviously, and his staff had been here for years and been successful in the football program. But Tommy Fowler got the unfortunate task of coaching me in basketball and then turned around and coaching me in the baseball season. So he probably saw more of me than he wanted to, and me and him butted heads for years and years. But he certainly brought the best out of me, and he prepared me for the next level of professional baseball. It's kind of amazing. I went straight from high school level, and we were doing things that the professional levels are already doing. So I was well prepared to make that next transition. But I will tell you, one guy as far as a coach that really reached out to me, ministered to me, and helped me, was almost my second father, was Donnie Tennyson, who went on to be a head coach for years here at Nettleton, a very successful head coach. But he was my offensive coordinator when I was here, and you know, I know his daughter, who's now our sports medicine manager, program manager at St. Bernard's, but that family and Donnie was just a blessing and like a second father to me when I was here.
I'm so glad you mentioned Coach Tennyson. He's just right down there. He's right behind us. He comes to all the games. His son Blake is on the coaching staff here. Was a great player here as well. And Coach Pat Massey, my color commentator tonight, we were talking about what a great football player Donnie was.
Yeah, Jonesboro High School.
That's right. State champion, co-state champion with Hot Springs. He was the running back, and for the longest time he held the all-time rushing record at Jonesboro.
That's correct.
And that's saying something.
Heck of an athlete.
Because there's been some mighty fine athletes come through Jonesboro High School, including Pat Massey. When you talk about great athletes at Nettleton, you got to include Andy Shatley for sure. I mean, you're up there in the Mount Rushmore of great athletes at Nettleton. Who's some other guys that you're honored to be considered a fellow Nettleton Raider athlete?
Well, I mean, you can't start that conversation without talking about Gene Bradley.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are my age and younger that probably don't even know who he is. Fortunately, you and I have gotten to be around him, didn't get to see him play, but when you look at his body of work and his resume and the things that he was able to do here at Nettleton and then beyond in the professional ranks in football and what have you, he was an unbelievable athlete. I mean, you had to go back to Wayne Dorton, and when an award is named after him. And so you got to do a little history, and I think it behooves all of us that come along to learn about who came before us. And so certainly those two names. I mean, I have to look at the class of '89. As much as it suffices and hurts my heart to say so, but, you know, the Brian Carters and the Dale Litfords and the Craig Millers of 1989 were just phenomenal athletes. But now you got to go to Isaac Dillon. You got to go to Corey Ragsdale. You got to go to DeAndre Henry. Gosh, I mean, we have a slew of athletes that have come out of Nettleton over the last few years. Cameron Scarlett, and now the quarterback down here now, Coach's son, who's doing a phenomenal job this year. And from what I've been told, is starting to push me down on the records list just a little bit. His mother confronted me before the game and said, by the way, I want you to know that my son passed you in career passing yards. And I said, well, records are made to be broken. So, and DeAndre is here tonight, so it's just a really cool environment here tonight. Nettleton Raiders are ahead, doing great, reeled off 28 points there before the half, so it's very exciting to be here tonight.
I love it. Now, you are here, of course, I know you come to games all the time, but you're here for your class reunion, 30-year class reunion. I'm going to give you a minute to brag on the great class of 1994.
Oh, we had a great class. There was about 93 to 96 of us. We were just shy of 100. You know, when I'm coming through, Nettleton was really kind of starting to that growth spurt. We were still 2A out of 4A classifications when we were coming through. So, you know, not even half the size of a Jonesboro High School when we were coming through. But the growth really escalated with our class. We've got a lot of successful people in our class that are all over the world, and they're pilots and they're attorneys and they're business owners and teachers and coaches. It's a really cool amalgamation of people in our class, and it's really exciting to stay connected with those people, and there's several of them here tonight.
It looks like y'all got a good turnout. I got to visit with my old buddy Jarrett Robinette.
That's right.
From the class of 94.
Yeah, he was Air Force Band and got to travel the world.
All over the world playing
music.
Such
a cool story just to hear where your classmates go. And if you're going to high school now, man, try to stay connected with those people, because the stories they're going to come back and tell you and the experiences they're going to have, it's really cool to stay connected with your classmates.
No doubt about it. It's really cool to stay connected with Andy Shatley, our halftime guest. Here at halftime, the score is Nettleton 35, Paragould 16. Let's talk a little bit about this game, then I'll let you get back to your friends, Coach.
Yeah, you bet.
Started off, looked like it may be a long night for the Raiders. Paragould came out and, figuratively speaking, punched us in the mouth in that first quarter. They were up 16-7. That offense, when it's run right, is very methodical and very effective.
Yeah, it's really difficult to play defense against a team that stacks the box so tightly and have lots of misdirection. Some of the running backs are quite small, and you really can't even see them coming out whenever you're pulling guards. And a lot of times you don't really know where the ball's going, and you really have to be disciplined And you know, I go back to Coach Dover. I can hear him say, "No, you know, read your keys, guys. Read your keys." You really have to do that when you're playing an offense like this, because if you abandon and start trying to hunt the ball in the backfield, you're going to leave wide gaps on the defense. And they really did that in the first series. Kudos to the Nettleton defensive coordinator and the coaches. They solved that really quick, and they've looked a lot better, wrapped up on defense, and given the opportunity for the offense to put some points on the board. And have you seen that couple of running backs, Xavier out of the backfield, and Maddox with the big pass there at the Maddox Hampton, the big pass there at the halftime.
1 second on the clock.
I think that's what Nettleton expected to happen tonight. Just a little late to the game.
Well, they reeled off 28 unanswered points in the second quarter, and that's what made the score 35-16, and that makes it a whole lot happier for a 30-year reunion for the class of 94.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're over there in the corner going, wait a minute, we're supposed to be winning. This is Paragould. We beat them whenever I was a senior. It's a cool story, and I don't know if we have enough time, but my senior year, we opened the season with Paragould at Paragould. Well, my first cousin, who were best buddies, he was the quarterback, and I was the quarterback at Nettleton, and so the lead story going into the game is family duel. And it was cousin versus cousin, and they made a big deal about it, and him and I both were a little nervous, and we didn't talk all week, and we had a throwdown in Paragould, and we pulled out a close win against them. So it's interesting that I come back in our class reunion in Paragould is playing Nettleton here and kind of having flashbacks.
Hey, you're a Nettleton historian, as I am. Or when I say that, I mean you care about Nettleton history.
Yeah.
What football team do you think we have played more than any other local school at Raider football? What team? What school do you think that is?
Hold on just a second. Let me think about that. Walnut Ridge.
That's a good guess, but it's Paragould.
Is it really?
We played Paragould more than any other
The only other team I would say was Truman, but I don't know how long they've had a football program.
Well, we took a nice long break of play in Truman.
Yeah.
And Pocahontas is up there, but we've played Paragould more than anybody else.
I would not have guessed that.
And the Raiders on top 35-16.
Well, now do you count when they switched their name to Ridgecrest?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We still count that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because it's not Paragould.
It's not Paragould. It was Ridgecrest for a while. Then they brought it back to Paragould.
Okay.
Yeah, we still count that.
I was just, if you want to play history here now, we get serious history about they changed their name to the school.
Yeah.
And mascot and everything.
That's right. I wish they would bring the Bulldog
back. It was Paragould Bulldogs. That's right. I'm just trying to remember if you knew that.
Oh, yeah. I know some things.
Okay.
I know some things. And one more thing before we let you go.
Yeah.
This shirt, if you're watching on YouTube,
right.
Andy Shatley is wearing
the Raider wiffle ball. That's
right.
the best team ever assembled. Best wiffle ball team ever assembled right here.
That's right. It's me and Andy and Kobe Miller and Caleb Manning.
The great Cold Dirty.
That's right. And we
didn't even smell the finals.
No,
Let's just be honest with the crowd. We were terrible.
But we looked sharp in those shirts. Some of your classmates made the shirts for us.
We got class of 94 on the back right there.
Yeah, Leah Pillow and who's on the other side there.
That's two of my 94 classmates who sponsored the jerseys. Yeah.
Man, I love it. I wish we could have played as good as the shirts look.
That's right.
That's for sure. Andy Shatley, our halftime guest. Andy, we're about to get the second half underway. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Yeah.
Enjoy your class reunion and come back anytime. You're always welcome up here in the booth with me.
Thank you.
All right, that's one of the good guys in our community, Andy Shatley, our halftime guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show, presented to you by Kavanaugh Auto Group. You can check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. That's KavanaughCars.com. I am joined back in the NEA Baptist broadcast position, NEA Baptist Healthcare for the Next Century, by my tag team partner tonight, the great Coach Pat Massey. And Coach, Raiders had a heck of a second quarter there, and they're going to get the opening kickoff.
Can you remember a quarter like that around here in a while?
28 points. That's, in a high school quarter, that's an awful lot.
Well, exactly, and they did a great job, scored quickly. They've come up with a way to, like I said, when you run the same thing over and over, they've got 3, maybe 4 plays that Paragould runs. And after you see them enough, you get beat once, shame on me. Or you beat me twice, shame on me. We're reading the keys better, we're adjusting. And Coach Lovins, Coach Hampton calling a good game defensively. Coach Wilson, he's sharp as a tack on that offensive side of the ball. So be interested to see what kind of adjustments both teams have made, especially Paragould here at half.
They kick it deep, and it is going to go into the end zone. Jordan Simmons was back deep to receive. Man, what an unbelievable touchdown pass. There was no time on the clock in the second. At the end of the second quarter, Maddox Sampson, a 31-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Simmons. That made the score 34-16. Jordan Simmons lets the ball go into the end zone wisely. The Raiders will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20, and we are just about to get underway here in the second half.
You see they came out and kicked it off now after all the squibs and the pooch, and now they've got to make them go 2 extra first downs.
Yeah, we've had great field position all night. Pass complete in the flats to A.D. Blackburn. A.D. across the 40-yard line, still on his feet across midfield. Boy, a heck of a run after the catch by A.D. Blackburn into Paragould territory. First down, Raiders.
Showed his size and ability right there, ran through 3 or 4 tackles. Got to tackle a man like that, you got to run through his legs.
A.D., a very good-sized young man. If he were a fish, you would not throw him back. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Paragould 48. Maddox is going to throw again. Complete near sideline to Kylan Hendricks. Reverses field, trying to get – he's back to the line of scrimmage, and he finds the edge on the far side, has the first down, and is thrown down at about the 35-yard line. He ran about 70 yards, gained about 13. First down, Raiders.
Looked like he was going to only have a yard or 2, but again, he made them miss, and got to flank on them and did a tremendous job picking the first down up.
Raiders trying to extend their 35-16 lead here in the third quarter. That was a heck of a run there by Kylan Hendricks. Coach Dover's watching. I'm sure he was hollering north-south, north-south. He eventually did go north-south. They give to Cam Austin. Cam Austin has the first down. He's still on his feet inside the 20-yard line. He's thrown down about the 14. Another big gain by this Raider offense is picking up chunk play after chunk play. First down, Raiders inside the 15. Looks like the ball marked about the 13-yard line. It's fun to watch, Coach.
Oh, hey, move the ball. Love it. Makes it a little easier on the defense, and they can gamble and do some things.
I know you're a defensive guy, but a good offense is fun to watch. Hampton gives to Cam Austin, running right up the chute, bounces off a would-be tackler into the end zone. Cam Austin with another touchdown, his second of the night. This one from 14 yards out. Touchdown, Raiders.
I think it Paragould looks like they're getting their heads down a little bit after that one. It happens so quick. I mean, less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, a minute and 35 seconds on that drive.
Unbelievable. They've really got things working well.
Mason Wan boots the PAT through. He is perfect. 6 for 6. And with 10:25 remaining in the third quarter, your score is now Nettleton 42, Paragould 16. Back in 30 seconds, more Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. 10:25 to play in the third quarter. Nettleton leads Paragould 42-16. Paragould led 16-7 at the end of the first quarter. Nettleton has scored 35 unanswered points.
Let's see if Mason kicks it away this time. He's been kicking. They've switched receivers. There you go.
He boots it deep. Fielded at about the 6-yard line. That's a new return guy, and he is brought down by Nettleton's number 31, special play superhero Cam Phillips. Makes the play right about the 22-yard line. That's where Paragould will take over 1st and 10.
Big series for Paragould right here. They need to have some success.
You know, Coach, this is it's 8:40. This has been a rather slow-moving game, to be honest with you.
Well, when Paragould has the ball, this offense is going to be slower.
But you would think as much as they run it, a lot more time, you know, the time would tick off quickly.
They did do some hurry-up stuff the first half to their advantage, a time or two, in the first quarter more.
Offsides against the Raiders, the reason for the flag on the field. And so it'll be 1st down and 5 for the Rams. The Raiders have done a good job of keeping this Rams offense off the field. They scored right before intermission twice and then scored on the first possession of the 3rd quarter to make the score 42-16. Ram quarterback right up the middle, has nowhere to go. Good job by that Raider defensive line. Danny Gary in on the stop. Also Keon Stallings. Ahmad Hurston, I know, had his nose in there. Damon Coleman, the linebacker, Cohen Liggins in on it as well. That's what Matt Ragsdale means when he says a host of Raiders. 2nd down and 5. Actually, he means I didn't quite see who made the tackle, so I'll just say a host of Raiders. They give the number 1, little jet sweep left side, has the 1st down, and he is tackled out of bounds by Damon Coleman about the 40-yard line of the Rams.
First time we've seen that tonight. It's a good change up for him to get outside and bounce it.
That's Jack Starnes, the ball carrier.
You know, they're lining up. We're putting 9 men in a box right up there tight. And the only way we could adjust to that is bring the corners up and maybe cross key it, but they're fine. We're doing what we need to do.
9:40 on the clock, and they stopped the clock when he went out of bounds. I didn't think they did that unless there was less than 5 minutes to go in the half. But what do I know? Another running play. This one is snuffed out over there by Ahmad Hurston. Short gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
That's a counter play. They've been running quite a bit. Sometimes they bring the quarterback off away from it. But that time they went to it with the guard and tackle pulling.
We're in the 3rd quarter, 9:10 to play. The score is Nettleton 42, Paragould 16. 2nd down and 9 for the Rams. Direct snap to number 10, Chipman. He jukes and jives and is brought down by Isaac Black. Well, Isaac had a huge game last week. Very good defensive player for the Raiders. It's a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Rams. Coach, we've had a few penalties at the line of scrimmage, but this has been a very clean game penalty-wise.
You're right. Sure has. Part of it's just our aggression, and you got to be on the ball key when you're down there. You can't listen to sound.
3rd down and 5 for the Rams. Quarterback running right up the middle, and he's hit in the backfield. He might have made forward progress to the line of scrimmage, but Jamarcus Johnson hit him there. Marshawn Smith also in on the stop with Keon Stallings. Gain of a couple. It'll be 4th down and 4. Gain of 1, actually. 4th down and 4 for the Rams. And they're going to be reluctant to hand the ball back to this potent Raider offense, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 4.
It's so important for them to try to pick up their 0-2 in a conference, trying to pick up a win, and so
quarterback running left side, and I believe he stopped near the 1st down. I believe he's going to be just a little bit shy of the 1st down. I believe that was Xavier Johnson who made the stop. The marker is about a yard shy, so it should be a turnover on downs. Now they could, I guess, ask for a measurement. And nope, they're saying it's a turnover on downs. First down Raiders, pretty clear cut. He did not get the line to gain. And so the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from the Ram 49-yard line. Good stop by the Raider defense.
Great stop, good job. You know, they're going to put the ball in Chipman's hands when they need to try to get a first down. They came close, but it's make or break for them conference-wise. They go 0-3 in the conference, they may not make the playoffs.
First down and 10 for the Raiders at the Ram 49-yard line. Maddox Sampton with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Right side Fred Austin goes in motion now. He throws it to Fred. Fred out in the flats. He's got a little bit of room to run, battling his way to the 40-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. Good run after the catch by right side Fred Austin.
Down there.
There's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a hold. Hold is going to be the call.
Whitehead called that.
Yep. He did not say it was against the Raiders, but they are moving the ball in the wrong direction from the Nettleton perspective, and so hold against the Raiders. A 10-yard penalty is going to make it 1st and 20 from the Raiders 40. Kylan Hendricks, the quarterback. Maddox Sampton spread out wide to the right. That's interesting. Hendricks running left side, looking for the edge, has a short gain, maybe a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 18 for the Raiders.
That's our version of the Wildcat right there.
7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The score is Nettleton 42, Paragould 16. I tell you this, Paragould travels well. That's a good crowd over there.
It is.
And this team they've won 3 games this season. That's the most that they've won since 2017. Officials timeout on the field. Not sure why. Now they roll the clock. 6:43 on the clock as I look at it, and it's rolling. 2nd down and 18 for the Raiders. Hampton back to pass. He's going deep down the right sideline, intended for Jordan Simmons. Is caught at the 30-yard line. Jordan Simmons still on his feet inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A great athletic leaping catch by Jordan Simmons, and the Raiders have it 1st down inside the red zone.
Tremendous adjustment on the ball. He did a great job of getting around where he catch it and then running.
Yeah, that was a good run after the catch as well. He picked up 10 yards after the catch. So a heck of an athletic play by Nettleton's leading receiver this year, Jordan Simmons. Boy, he has had an outstanding season, and he is not done. They give the ball to Stone Cold Cam Austin, running right up the chute behind big Cayman Gates. Cayman shoving him forward. Pyle still moving forward. Inside the 10-yard line. I believe he shoved him all the way to a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the Raiders at the 9-yard line. Just like a rugby scrum right there. So 1st down and goal for Nettleton. I believe the ball is actually marked at the 8. Maddox Sampton, the all-state record-setting quarterback for the Raiders, from the shotgun position. He's got Stone Cold Cam Austin at his right hip. Maddox rolling out to the right, RPO. He throws it to A.D. Blackburn, who's into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, A.D. Blackburn.
It was a great job. Maddox did a good job of keeping the defense honest, made it look like he might try to run it, kept his eyes downfield, found his back. Everybody got spread out. It's a super job. That's where some senior experience can come in making wise decisions.
The old run-pass option right there. And Maddox.
A little different version of it.
A little different. Yeah. Maddox executed it well. Mason Wan kicks his 7th PAT, and that makes the score 49-16. Raiders with a big lead here.
I think I see Mason's leg is starting to smoke a little bit. They need to take a fire extinguisher down there. He's getting worn out.
He has definitely used that thing tonight. Raiders up big, 5:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. Raider football on the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glenn St. ads. And I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn St. and God bless our troops.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. A game in which Paragould led 16-7 at the end of the first quarter has been all Nettleton ever since. Nettleton has now scored 42 unanswered points, and they lead 49-16. Coach, you mentioned adjustments, and a good job that Coach Lovins, Coach Hampton made defensively to stop this tricky Ram offense. They've done a very good job. The kick is fielded at about the 15-yard line by number 12, and he is hit by Cam Phillips. He's still on his feet, and a swarm of Raiders, including Isaac Black, Marshawn Smith. They bring him down. Actually, and Javion Hill, I believe, is in on the stop. No, correction. That was actually Marshawn Smith. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Rams, and they will be starting way back at their own 14-yard line. Good coverage there.
Oh, great job. Our kickoff coverage doing real well.
That was Isaiah Flowers on the return. Boy, he was met. He got hit first of all by Cam Phillips, and then nothing but black shirts coming at him.
You have got to sprint on kickoff coverage.
1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 14-yard line. Play is whistled dead. Dead ball foul. It's going to be a false start against Paragould, and they've had several of those calls tonight, Coach.
Yeah, they've been inside, but that was a wideout right there. And that was always a frustration when I was involved as a coach. You're looking in at the ball, how you can jump. I mean, you're not supposed to hear anything out there. But anyway, he did.
So 1st down and 15 for the Rams. 5:35 to play in the third quarter. Nettleton up 49-16. Hard count, a little bit of movement, no whistle. And they fooled me that time. Number 14 wound up with the ball. He's got the first down. That was a tricky play. I didn't see the handoff.
It was a trap. They ran a trap backside weak. They have it with a little spin move by the quarterback. I mean, they don't have much of a throwing game. Maybe twice tonight they've thrown the ball. I can only think of one, but maybe 2 times. They want to consume the clock. But the problem is their defense just isn't good enough to stay up with Nettleton.
I've heard the quarterback in this offense called the spinner.
Yeah, sometimes that's what they will call him.
1st down and 10 for the Rams. They give the number 8 little jet sweep. He is tackled on the far side over there by Xavier Johnson. Boy, he has had a good season for the Raiders. He blocked a punt last week that led to a Raider touchdown, and game against Truman, he came up big in week 0. Number 7 for the Raiders, Xavier Johnson. He's had a good season. 2nd down and 6 for the Rams. Ball marked at their own 29-yard line. 4:35 on the clock and ticking. They give to the halfback, and he is tackled by Xavier Johnson after a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Rams.
They're running, that's their form of a counter play. And, we've seen it so much tonight that we're doing better slowing it down.
3rd down and 2 for the Rams. Nettleton up big here in the third quarter, 49-16 the score. Quarterback running up the middle. He's got the first down right close to midfield. He's tackled on the oval end. They'll move the chains, have a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Rams from their own 46-yard line.
Well, they lined up unbalanced that side all the way, brought both receivers over to the tight end side, had 4 linemen this side of the ball, and just powered it up in there.
So 1st and 10 for Paragould from the 46. 3:30 on the clock. I know Coach Phillips would like to eat up a whole lot of the clock on this drive. They give the number 14. Boy, it's a big back right there. He gets across the 50-yard line in the Nettleton territory before he's brought down by Damon Coleman. That's Rayton Yasawe, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right or not,
Yeah,
so
they
my
have
apologies.
several players on their team that I was looking at and have a little trouble pronouncing names.
My apologies to that young man's family if I got his name wrong. Definitely did not mean to. 2nd down and 4 for the Rams. Ball at the Raider 48-yard line. Quarterback back to pass. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 13, Alex Luke. And he was Malachi crunched there by the Raiders' defensive secondary.
Well, if he could have hung on, he'd have had the 1st down. Got to make those plays in a ball game like this.
3rd down and 4. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:38. Coach, that might have been the 3rd pass they've attempted tonight.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4. Sirens blaring here at Raider Field. Quarterback keeper. He's grabbed in the backfield. We might have got away with a face mask right there. He stopped short of the 1st down. Marshawn Smith in on the stop. But quickly, it's going to be 4th and 2. Paragould quickly snaps the ball. Quarterback keeper, he's got the 1st down. He breaks through into the secondary. Gets nice gain down to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Good second effort there by the quarterback, and Paragould on the move.
Be interesting to know how many players that they possibly have going both ways. I mean, they're not using that hurry up much, but that was to their advantage. And we actually had him stop, but he just kept bouncing and didn't wrap up. But, I think maybe, Craig, if they keep running the ball as much as they are, it's going to be to their disadvantage. They're down so many points.
Now they're in the spread, looking to throw. It's incomplete. Intended on the far sideline for number 13, Alex Luke. Make it 2nd down and 10. Estrada, the quarterback. So they're trying to show a little multiple look here.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Ian Estrada, he's a sophomore. He's kind of a quarter-arm baseball throw then. He didn't get much on it.
He short-hopped his receiver. A good first baseman would have scooped it up. 2nd down and 10 for the Rams on the ball on the Raider 35. They give the number 14, Yasawe. He's tackled over there by Jamarcus Johnson in on the stop. A host of other Raiders, including Ahmad Hurston and number 52, Cody Burt, in on the stop. It's 3rd down and 8 for Paragould. 1:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The score is Nettleton 49, Paragould 16.
And Chipman's not in the game, so I'm wondering if he got hurt on that last 1st down run.
He may have, because you're right. They've got another quarterback in, Ian Estrada. Chipman is a heck of a player. Estrada back to pass. Throwing downfield, incomplete. Incomplete. Good defense downfield by the Raiders. Number 25, that's Marshawn Smith, and it'll bring up 4th down and 8 for the Rams. So the ball on the Raider 33-yard line. Obviously, this is 4-down territory. Big 4th down play coming up here. Good coverage downfield by Marshawn Smith. Marshawn filled in for Cohen Liggins, our leading tackler, captain of the defense. Did a good job the first 3 games of the season. Play is whistled dead. Timeout, Nettleton. First timeout of the 2nd half. It comes with 57 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Nettleton leading 49-16. We'll take the break with them, a 30-second break. Back in 30, Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas are right on the verge with overwhelming sales, and you'll find them at your Central dealerships, overtaking Memphis and Little Rock. The Central dealerships are leading the way. Central Chevy, Central Buick, Central Toyota, Central Ford, and Central Nissan. Central dealerships are your home of meet or beat pricing, so don't waste your time. Stop into any of the 5 Central dealerships for the best deals of the month and online at centralcts.com.
Raider football on the NTV and EAB Sports Network. 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score is Nettleton 49, Paragould 16. It's 4th down and 8 for Paragould, and they're going to go for it. Back to pass is a new quarterback, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, knocked down, I believe, by Damon Coleman, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Let's see if I can't get you that. Well, it's actually not a new quarterback. He was the guy that played at Avery Deering. He was in earlier.
He's junior. They had a sophomore they put in for Chipman, and then this.
They're just trying to confuse us up here in the booth is what they're doing. It's not that hard to do with me. So turnover on downs gives Nettleton the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Good look there on our YouTube feed.
Well, if we put 2 more points on the board, it'll be mercy rule time.
See, I'm not going to mention that, Coach, because whenever I mention that, the wheels fall off.
All right, well.
But since you mentioned it, maybe.
We're not subbing anybody right now. We're staying with it.
Pass complete to Fred Atkins. He makes somebody miss. Fred juking and jiving. He's still on his feet across the 40-yard line.
Drop the ball.
Drop the ball. Let's see who's got it. Boy, that was a heck of a run there by Fred Atkins. There's a big pile of high school football players at the 35-yard line, and it looks like Paragould has got it. So Fred made a couple of very nice moves. Unfortunately, he had the football separated from him, fumble on the play, and Paragould will take over 1st and 10 from the 35. You see,
I learned my lesson. I shot my mouth off, and that's what happened. You're going to have to coach me up pregame on this stuff.
I was afraid that if I mentioned it even in the pregame that it would jinx us, but
hey, I even added it up and got my math right. I was proud of myself, and then
you start mentioning the turbo clock, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the ghost of Raider Jim that comes over.
That was what that was, because the athletes on the field just I mean, that's maybe the first turnover of the game.
It is.
Entire game, either side.
Yep. It is 1st and 10 for the Rams. They'll take over on their own 35-yard line. Man, that was a great catch and run by Fred. I hate it that had a horrible ending. They give to number 2. He finds the edge, has the 1st down. Torrance Spink shoves him down, but not before he gets a gain of about 13. Move the chains. That may be the last play of the third quarter. For some reason, the clock is not running. The referee says, run that thing. I think we're all ready to go home. They'll get one more play in before the start of the fourth quarter. Nettleton up 49-16. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 48. Direct snap to number 14. Quarterback dive right up the chute. Yasawa. Gain of 5, and that's the last play of the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, your score is Nettleton 49, Paragould 16. Fourth quarter when we come back after this 30-second break. Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30.
If you work in Mississippi County, you could get up to $50,000 towards a new home thanks to the Work Here, Live Here program. Call Real Estate Nate of Halsey Thrasher Harpole Real Estate Group, 870-261-3927. And Dana Austin of Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation can help you finance. Call 870-762-0930. Fairway NMLS number 2289. Dana Austin NMLS number 144846. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Subject to underwriting approval, other terms and conditions may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter, Nettleton leads 49-16. Paragould came out and punched us in the mouth, metaphorically speaking. They led 16-7 at the end of the first quarter. It's been all Nettleton since then. Nettleton with 42 unanswered points, and we lead 49-16. Paragould with the ball, 2nd down and 5 from just inside Raider territory. Direct snap to number 20. He gets to the 45-yard line. He's going to be a couple of 3 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 for the Rams.
Now that was part of your spinner play, your old single wing, because they snapped it to the up back that time.
Interesting offense for sure.
That's all we used to see in the 30s and 40s.
Funny how things change in football as far as
my gosh, it's unreal.
Offensive formations go. Quarterback keeper running right side. He appears to have the first down. Gets to the 40, and it's a gain of about 5 for the Rams. Estrada, the ball carrier. We're in the 4th quarter, 11:15 on the clock, and we have an official's timeout. Have a Ram down on the field. And we got a Raider there helping him out. That's good to see.
Sports medicine, one of the sports medicine students here at Nettleton.
There you go. That's right. Hey, that's Javion Hill, who's trying to help the Ram out there. I hope somebody got a picture of that. That was a cool moment right there, Javion.
You don't see a lot of sportsmanship much anymore, but
no.
that was nice.
Yeah, good job, Javion. Mr. Miller's proud of you, buddy. Just a cramp, that's all there is to it, but Javion realized it, and he grabbed the young man's foot, was trying to help stretch him out. The injured Ram, or the Ram with a cramp anyway, is number 55. That's Lucas Harden, senior lineman, and he is walking off gingerly. Nice night out there, 66 degrees. That's just about right, Coach.
It's a little surprising to see anybody cramp up.
Yep. Now, the first few games of the season, whenever it's in the 80s and the 90s, seems like every other play there's somebody cramping up. But
you got to load them up on potassium and keep them off the Cokes and the tea and stuff and the caffeine.
Coach Pat Hawk used to say eat bananas and pasta. That's what he would say.
Pasta. I'm going to tell you what, one season I got to coach in Tennessee, we fed them watermelon or cantaloupe after every practice in fall camp. Load them up.
1st and 10 for the Rams at the Raider 39-yard line. A little movement there on the defensive line, and that's going to be offsides against the Raiders. 10:59 to play in the game. Nettleton up 49-16. So it should be 1st down and 5 for the Rams. Direct snap to the quarterback. Quarterback is going to run it, following some blockers. That's a gain out to the 26-yard line. That's Estrada. That's enough for another Ram first down. Be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Raider 26-yard line. Nettleton leads 49-16. Paragould threatening, though. Sweep, near side. Torrance Spinks throws him down about the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 5.
We're starting to put a few guys in, sub a little bit as the clock runs. Give some of these younger guys some experience. Till we're not setting the edge quite as good.
Just over 10 minutes to play in this one. Nettleton up big, 49-16. Quarterback keeper, little play action, and he running it straight up the chute. He is about a yard short of the first down. Coach Ragsdale said a legion of Raiders brought him down. That's a new word right there.
He needs to get him some binoculars, doesn't he?
Yeah, that would help him. That would help him. He's been saying a host of Raiders. He went with a legion that time. Next thing you know, he'll be saying plethora. I appreciate him using the word plethora. It means a lot.
So he can change his vocabulary
That's
up
right.
a little bit.
3rd down and 2 for the Rams. They're going to pass. They got a man open. It's incomplete. intended for number 2. I don't have number 2 on my roster. Let me see if I've got it on the second. Yeah, now I do. Zach Flowers, incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 2 for Paragould. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 9:21 to play in the game. Nettleton leads this game 49-16. Fourth and 2. Good time at Raider Field tonight. Nice crowd, perfect weather. Raiders trying to move to 5-1, winning their 4th straight game. Another pass. This time it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 22. He's dashing down the sideline. He's at the 50. He may go all the way. Now he's brought down at the 20-yard line. That is James Jackson. James Jackson with the interception, and he returns it all the way inside the 20-yard line of the Rams. How about that, Coach?
Didn't think we were going to catch it there for a minute. The ball was underthrown. We had a couple of guys tapping around. Did a good job. We had one young man leading a convoy down there. Should have been checking back inside. Celebrating about 40 yards out. And they had a guy, you got to credit the kid from Paragould. He gave everything he had to run him down from across the field and make the play, because that should have been, looked like it should have been 6.
Well, James Jackson knew exactly what to do with that thing whenever he intercepted it. Now then the Raiders in business here. They give to Paul Sisk. Paul Sisk, the ball carrier. He is brought down after a short game. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. And, Coach, we've got several subs out there. Paul Sisk being one of them and getting the call. Xavier Harrell is getting a rest. Another cramp, another Ram suffering a cramp. Coach Clint Wilson on the near sideline having a little discussion with his offensive unit. We may have seen the last of Xavier Harrell tonight. We may have seen the last of Cam Austin. With Nettleton up big, 49-16 with 8:51. It's a good opportunity to get some other guys some snaps.
Always is. Give these kids some experience. They work hard. A lot of times they are not able to contribute on special teams or get in a ball game. Especially when they're going to, some of the teams we have down the road like Valley View and Wynn and
Harding Academy.
Harding Academy. Some of these kids may not get an opportunity to get on the field. So it's a good reward for them, makes them feel more part of the team.
Good for the program as well.
Exactly, because as I look, it looks like we've got a lot of seniors on this team, and going to have to bring some younger guys up, stepping up next year.
Maddox Hampton's still in the game. He's in the gun. In the backfield with him is Paul Sisk. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. They give to Paul Sisk. He's running right side across the 10, inside the 10-yard line to the 6. He's got the 1st down. A good run there by Paul Sisk. It's going to be 1st down and goal for the Raiders.
Showed some good speed, made some good cuts. Did a really good job with it.
Coach, I don't believe in things like superstition. I don't believe in jinxes. We score here, it'll activate the turbo clock.
I wasn't going to say a word after I shot my mouth off a while ago.
We score, it's going to activate the turbo.
So now it's on you, okay?
Maddox Hampton and Paul Sisk, they give to Sisk, and the play is whistled dead. Right on cue. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty against the Raiders. False start against the Raiders. So that'll make it 1st down and goal to go from the 13-yard line. When we score here, it'll activate the turbo clock. I'm sticking by the fact that there's no way what I say makes any difference. They give to Paul Sisk up the middle. Paul Sisk makes a cut, plants his foot into the end zone. Touchdown, Paul Sisk. Touchdown, Raiders. Roll, turbo clock, roll. Woo, mercy. I told you, Coach. 13-yard touchdown run by Paul Sisk. That is his first varsity touchdown, and it comes with 8:14 remaining in this game, and Nettleton has opened up a 55-16 lead over Paragould. Mason won. That kick looked to be partially blocked.
It was.
And that leaves the score at 55-16 with 8:14 to play in the game. Turbo clock rolling. And Coach Massey and I are doing the Fargo strut up here in the booth. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, more Raider football on MTV and the EAB Sports Network with 8:14 to play. The score is Nettleton 55 and Paragould 16. Back in 30.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
We are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network with 8:14 to play in this game. Nettleton leads Paragould 55-16. Just got a text message from a good friend, Randy Myers. He's the play-by-play voice of the Valley View Blazers. He said Valley View defeated Wynn tonight 31-0. So that's a big win there for the Blazers as they beat Harding Academy last week and then beat Wynn tonight. And you got to figure that that kind of puts them in the catbird seat
sure does,
in this conference race. Good win for the Blazers
they
tonight.
They already have Batesville. They got them, hadn't they?
They got Batesville ahead. Yep.
Okay.
Juan's kick is fielded about the 5-yard line, and Isaac Black with a great special teams tackle at the 15, and that's where the Rams will take over 1st and 10. The clock is rolling, and Coach, I don't think it'll stop. The turbo clock, I think
supposed
timeouts.
to, the way I understand it. That second half.
Timeouts can stop the clock, but I think that's the only thing that would stop the clock.
Or the coach can start to keep it rolling, you know. We've been on a few sidelines where the head coach signaled to the official with a spinning finger like, run this thing. It's over. We want to go home.
Mr. Miller needs to get in bed. Wholesale substitutions for the Raiders. Number 21, the ball carrier, and he is tackled at the 25-yard line. That's Marshawn Smith. He's still in the game. It's going to be a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. When they snap the ball, there will be less than 7 minutes to play in this game. A lot of names that I haven't called this year out on the field, so just be patient with me, Raider Nation. And any of our friends from Paragould listening, obviously I don't have those names and numbers memorized, but I'll do the best I can to give you boys their proper respect. Quarterback keeper by the Rams. He's got a 1st down. Torrance Spinks in on the stop for the Raiders. Looked like the tackle was led by number 28, Philip Hamilton. Philip has got his jersey up where it's kind of hard to see his number. But I believe that is Philip Hamilton. I can't see his number on the back. He needs to fix that if he wants to get his name called. 1st and 10 for Paragould, and he is met in the backfield. That's going to be a tackle for a loss by Nettleton's number 75, Destin Gary. Destin Gary blew that play up like Hiroshima. Heck of a tackle by the sophomore defensive back, Destin Gary. Love to see that. I got Destin Gary in my first period class, Coach. You talk about an outstanding young man. It's Danny Gary's little brother. Those guys have been raised right, no doubt about it. Good, respectful young men. Love to see Destin get that TFL. 2nd down and long for the Rams. They're going to throw it. Pass is complete on the far sideline. Breaks one tackle and has the 1st down. Has the 1st down. I believe that's number 8, Aaron Lawrence, the receiver. So they will move the chains. Less than 5 minutes to play. If you're just now joining us, the score is Nettleton 55, Paragould 16.
I believe they've made some substitution over on the Paragould side.
Yeah, I believe they have.
Get some kids in there and let them get some experience.
1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 44. Clock is rolling. 4:44 on the clock. Nettleton up big here in the fourth quarter. 55-16 the score. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down near the far sideline after a gain of 1 yard. In on the stop for the Raiders, number 52, Cody Burt. I believe that was Caleb Archfield in on the stop as well. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders. For the Rams. Turbo clock rolling. Nettleton will move to 5-1 on the season. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's got room to run. He's got the first down. He's got a lot of green. He's at the 20-yard line before he's brought down as a touchdown-saving tackle by Cam Phillips, who's getting some play on the defensive side. He's been a special teams hero the last couple of weeks. Cam Phillips makes a tackle that saved a touchdown. It's going to be 1st and 10 Rams from the Raider 20.
I'm going to take you back in history here a little bit. The Notre Dame box, the spinner moves, and deception football. They're having some success with it now with these younger guys on the defense for the Raiders.
Flag on the play. Notre Dame, it's going to be offsides against the Raiders. Notre Dame, that's been an influential football program. I think the forward pass.
Rodney started it right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Gus Doré. I'll take you back in history there a little bit.
I like it. The professor of football, Coach Pat Massey. It's been great sitting under the learning tree. Every time I'm around Coach Massey, I learn about this great game of football. He definitely knows the game. 1st down and 5 for the Rams. They trail 55-16. And tackle made by Michael Hurt, number 58. I believe that's going to be a TFL, tackle for a loss. And Coach, I took my eyes off the ball there. Was there a loose ball?
They were. I think it was a little rustling around for it there.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if it hit the ground.
Cam Phillips had his nose in the action. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Less than 2.5 minutes to play. Nettleton up 55-16. Nettleton will move to 5-1 on the season. Next week, we're on the road. We're going to be headed to Greene County Tech to take on the Golden Eagles, welcoming them back into the Conference 5A East. I personally am glad that they're back. Got rid of Southside, brought in Greene County Tech.
I think Southside's been having a decent year.
Another run, this time Caleb Archfield on the stop. Yeah, Southside, they were good. I think they might have got the 2 seed out of our conference last year, and that's in 5A. They dropped down to 4A, and Nettleton's got an injured player. That's number 52, Cody Burt, who is getting some attention there, and let's hope that that is just a cramp. If you're just now joining us, 1:47 to play in the game. Nettleton up 55-16. This Paragould team under Coach Randy Phillips are definitely heading in the right direction. Coach Phillips, excellent coach, had tremendous success at Truman. And, you know, Coach, there's some places that it's just hard to win at. I think Paragould would be considered one of those places. Great school. But they've had a lot more success on the basketball court through the years than they have had the football field, especially since they moved it up to 5A.
Well, I feel like it, as you say, Coach Phillips and his staff, they do a great job. The kids work extremely hard, and I feel like their building, their junior high, is getting better. And if they get some good feeding, and they got to get some consistency, because if you really look at it, I came over here 2009. I think they've been through 4 or 5 coaches in these 15 years that I've been here. And if Randy's able to stick it out, and Bill, I think they'll be more of a factor within this conference.
Cody Bird is okay. He's walked to the sideline under his own power. Quarterback keeper, number 9, the ball carrier. He's got the ball inside the 5-yard line. That's Ian Estrada. And it'll be first down and goal for Paragould inside the 5-yard line. The score is Nettleton 55, Paragould 16. Coach, I could be wrong, but I believe the last time that the Rams made it to the playoffs, the coach was a young man named Brian Carter.
It was, to my knowledge, it was.
Less than a minute to play. There will be less than a minute to play when the ball is snapped here. Quarterback keeper looking for the end zone, and he has it. That's number 9. A 5-yard touchdown run, and you got to respect the Rams. Ian Estrada and the guys, they are not quitting. They're down big. That makes the score 55-22, but they are not quitting, Coach.
Oh, playing hard. They've been taught to keep your head in it and get better, give it all you can, and we don't see a lot of that anymore.
30 seconds on the clock, turbo clock activated, so it will not stop. This will be, I guess this could be the last play of the game right here, the PAT kick. Chipman out to attempt the PAT. Boy, he booted that thing with a lot of force. A line drive kick through the uprights makes the score 55-23, and that'll be the final.
That's it.
Yeah, the clock is at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Raiders move to 5-1 on the season as they defeat Paragould 55-23. Paragould drops to 3-3 in conference. They are 0-3 in conference. Nettleton is 3-0 in conference, and we will play at Greene County Tech next week. We will take a 3-minute break. When we come back, Coach Massey and I will have America's Navy postgame show for you. Be a part of a force that never quits, a worldwide force for good. I'm talking about the United States Navy. Visit Navy.com to find out more. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the postgame show. Raider football. The Raiders win 55-23. Raider football on the NTV EAB Sports Network.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine? We are part of something bigger, a force that never quits. You can transform your life. Check us out at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Or call me, David Ellison, at 870-897-7888 or 870-934-0501 for your next fire or water cleanup.
Your specialty print and ship store is the Safe Ship Store in Jonesboro. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your shipping and printing needs, and they'll always give you the best customer service and highest quality product for the absolute lowest prices in town. So when you need something packed and shipped, or when you need printed products, call the Safe Ship Store. Come in today to see all they have to offer. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship Store, 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro, 870-333-5068.
Evolve Bank & Trust offers a variety of residential and consumer loans, specializing in unique products and services while providing individualized customer service designed to fit your needs. Whether you're buying your first home, a new car, or building your dream home, Evolve Bank & Trust has the personal loan products you need to realize your dreams today. Call Evolve Bank & Trust at 870-933-2480 80. Stop in to see them at 111 East Huntington Suite A or visit them online at getevolve.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, making banking personal again. Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Picture this. You're on the field, struggling to keep up as your opponents sprint past you. Or maybe you're on the volleyball court and your reaction time just isn't there. Don't let that be you. At Take One Performance, we specialize in sports performance training for ages 8 and up. Whether you're struggling with speed, agility, or strength, our expert coaches will help you build the mental and physical conditioning you need to dominate. Get explosive, get strong, and get prepared. Visit TakeOnePerformance.com or follow us on Facebook.
Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. The Raiders win this one tonight over Paragould, 55-16. Craig Miller and Pat Massey welcoming you in to America's Navy postgame show, brought to you by America's Navy. You can be a part of a force that never quits, truly a worldwide force for good, the United States Navy. Visit Navy.com to find out more. The United States Navy brings you the postgame show. Well, Coach, the Paragould Rams looked awfully good in the first quarter. They came out and took a 8-0 lead on a 2-yard touchdown run by number 10, Cole Chipman. The two-point conversion was good, made the score 8-0 with 8:52. Nettleton answered in less than just over a minute. They scored a 2-yard touchdown run by Xavier Harrell. That is one of his 2 touchdowns on the night with 7:11 remaining. That made the score 8-6. Mason Wan kicked a PAT, made it 8-7. Paragould answered a 2-yard run by number 15, Mikey Peckrell, with 22 seconds remaining, made the score 14-7 Paragould, and then the 2-point conversion was run in by number 10, Cole Chipman. At the end of the first quarter, Paragould led 16-7. Coach, I'm not going to lie to you, I was feeling a little bit antsy up here at that point.
Well, there was no need to be. Nettleton did a great job just sticking with their knitting defensively. They scored 2 of the first 3 possessions in the quarter. Looked very, very good.
Yep.
Eating up a lot of the clock. We saw that in college football last week. You keep possession time can help you win football games. And I think that's part of their philosophy. But Nettleton made some great adjustments at half. Really in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, they just stayed with their knitting, did a great job. They weren't moving a lot. We weren't. We read keys, kind of like we were talking about early in the ball game. When you see things over and over and over, you need to get better. You don't get up beating on them as quick or as much or as often, and that's what Nettleton's defense did tonight. Offensively, hardly any mistakes, some great catches, great throws, great runs. I mean, it was probably as much as a total football game that I've witnessed Nettleton play in a long time.
It was a good team win. You mentioned the defense. The defense really clamped down on them in the second quarter. They did not allow them to score in the second quarter, and the Raider offense took over. They scored 28 points in the second quarter. That has not happened many times in Nettleton Raider football history, to score 28 points in one quarter. The Raiders did it. With 11:05 remaining in the quarter, Maddox Hampton added to his all-time record number of touchdown passes by throwing another one, this into his favorite target, Jordan Simmons, a 25-yard strike. After the Mason Wan PAT, the Raiders were within 2 points. It was 16-14. Then Xavier Harrell, from 46 yards out, ran the ball into the end zone with 6:40 to play in the quarter. That gave Nettleton their first lead of the game. The first lead of the game for the Raiders came with 6:40 remaining in the second quarter. Then Cam Austin got in on the action. A 5-yard touchdown run by Cam Austin with 2:29 remaining made the score 28-16 after the Wan PAT. And then Nettleton got the ball back with less than a minute. I think we had like 37 seconds on the clock. And from 31 yards out, 1 second on the clock, we had time obviously for one play. Maddox Hampton drops back and he fires a dime over the middle into the arms of Jordan Simmons, who was waiting for the ball in the end zone. That made the score 34-16. Mason Wan, who was just perfect in the first half, booted the ball through the uprights, 35-16. Man, what a play that was to end the first half.
Well, he had coverage was on him, but Maddox threw the ball in a perfect position, and he had to make a little bit of an adjustment to it and made a great catch. And, I can't and I think, too, you share about Mason. When I was over here, the little guy running around, it just amazes me how, he's developed and how he's worked at his skill. And he's become a very good kicker. And it's exciting to watch him. But no, I don't remember who it was, but some of the throws down on their sideline, our players made college and pro athlete moves on the ball. Maddox threw it in spots where they could make adjustment to it. And when you got kids and receivers, no matter what level it is, making those kind of adjustments, you don't have to have a great night throwing the ball. Maddox did have a great night throwing the ball. But my point is, you get it down there, and they had good cover. They had kids in position. But our receivers showed out and made some great catches.
They certainly did.
A lot of fun to watch.
Nettleton went into the intermission with a 35-16 lead. One of the storylines of this season is Nettleton they seem to kind of have a little bit of a lull in the third quarter. No lull this time. Nettleton came out and outscored Paragould 14-0 in the third quarter. Cam Austin scored his second touchdown of the game, a 14-yard run with 10:25 remaining in the third quarter. That made the score 41-16. Mason Wan, who was Mr. Automatic, kicked the extra point, making it 42-16. And then Maddox Hampton hit A.D. Blackburn with an 8-yard touchdown strike. 5:43 to play in the third quarter. Mason Wan's PAT made it 49-16 heading into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Coach Massey tried to jinx us, but I rescued us, Raider fans, and the turbo clock was activated with 8:14 remaining in the fourth quarter whenever Nettleton's Paul Sisk ran the ball in from 13 yards out. The PAT was blocked, and so Mason was not perfect on the night, but he was as close as you. He was 7 of 8, and that was blocked. You can't hardly hold that against him. And that set the score at 55-16. Massive substitutions came in. Paragould was able to punch the ball in, and with 47 seconds remaining, and that with the PAT was good. That made the final score Nettleton 55, Paragould 23. Nettleton moves to 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in conference. Paragould drops to 3-3. 0-3 in conference. Next week, we travel to Greene County Tech to take on our old friends, the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. Coach, we got a little bit of business we got to do before we sign off. We got to name a JOSM player of the game. Brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. They've been getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. My goodness, that's a tall task tonight. That's a tall task.
Very tough. There's a lot of guys that had success. Defensively, you could have picked out several guys. Of course, we weren't keeping tackle stats, but there and offensively, as you and I talked, there's about 4 guys that we could pick out of that.
No doubt. Of course, Maddox Hampton with 3 touchdowns tonight. We could definitely give him the player of the game. Xavier Harrell, the X-Man, we could give him the player of the game. 2 touchdowns on the ground. Cam Austin, our second running back, had 2 touchdowns on the ground. He'd definitely be worthy of the player of the game. But Coach Massey and I have decided that we're going to give the player of the game award to the sensational Raider receiver, Jordan Simmons. He caught 2 more touchdown passes tonight, including the backbreaker right before half. Jordan Simmons with 2 touchdown passes tonight. That was a huge play in the game.
Definitely.
And he deserves the player of the game in my mind, Jordan Simmons.
300%. It was a hard choice, but like you say, he deserves it as much as any of his teammates do. Did a great job.
Once again, player of the game brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. So the Raiders win this one 55-16, and we sure are glad that you hung out with us on a Friday night. Coach Massey, thank you, sir. I appreciate you jumping in the booth with me tonight.
Enjoyed it. Now, I've got one thing I've got to share here. Now, I did jinx it, but you have to remember which side of the ball I coached on.
That's right.
And we don't we don't like turbo clocks over there, so I don't understand that, and I want to apologize for making that mistake. It will never happen again.
Well, you don't have to apologize for anything. You are forgiven, sir. We greatly appreciate you adding your expertise to the broadcast. Always great to call a game with you. Thank you for the good work you're doing with FCA. I know the Lord is using you in a great way in the lives of our students. We have so many students just last week made a profession of faith in the FCA huddle before the game, and just great things happening in FCA, and I'm thankful that you're allowing yourself to be an instrument used by God in that.
I appreciate the kind words. God's blessing, and I learned one thing early on in this: there's no retirement in the Bible. I thought I was going to get to take it easier, but no, it's a blessing and keeps me around coaches and athletes, and that's my heart. So thank you very much. Appreciate the comments.
The rest of our crew tonight, let me give them a shout-out, then we'll get off of here. The director was Lee Rizzy Roach. Running camera tonight, we had Kobe Miller, we had Garrett Campbell, Jaden Thomas. Did Jaden jump in? Okay, so we had Kobe Miller and Garrett Campbell. Just a couple of years ago, those guys were holding down the right side of the offensive line. Kobe the right guard and Garrett the right tackle. Tonight, some of our regular NTV crew guys couldn't make it, and so we brought in some alumni. We appreciate Kobe and Garrett running the camera for us. Great guys. Lindsay Miller, who was the boss lady of the O outfit. We greatly appreciate Lindsay, and Coach Massey for sitting in with us. For all of the NTV crew, for Gavin Grubbs, our excellent producer back in the EAB studios, the Raiders win 55-16. 55-23. You're exactly right. 55-23. Thank you, Coach. And the TMC will go home confused but happy tonight as the Raiders win this one, moving to 5-1 on the season. We'll see you next Friday night from Greene County Tech. For all of us here at Nettleton, thanks for joining us. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
You've been listening to Nettleton Raider Football on 101.3 Bob FM.